questions.
Okay.
It's alright. Does anyone want to volunteer? Or I'm just gonna have to pick one of you motherfuckers.
D3.
Nope, Marcus.
Okay, fine. Alright.
You just volunteered yourself by suggesting that.
You said a word!
Alright.
I was gonna say Kone to make him feel uncomfortable, but you wouldn't open your fucking mouth.
So, Jade Four Fingers Carlisle is a traveler, equipped with 2 sabers and 4 pistols and a couple of grenades on her belt pouch. She looks like she's well traveled in her days. She's slightly above 30ish, so middle ages. And she has just traveled back to Faerun from the east. And what else is there to know? She has, according to this picture, I think that's like red. I can't really tell since I'm sort of colorblind here. She has a little...
Yeah, that's she's redhead.
...worn clothing.
Where is your character from?
She is from... I did not decide that, but she's from like a human settlement in Faerun. She was born, let's say, Neverwinter.
Alright.
That's like a common settlement.
Okay. Has your character ever experienced any dragon attacks?
No, oddly enough.
Wait,
Alright.
Neverwinter. Where the hell's that from? It sounds familiar.
Is
Neverwinter is
like the
It's
most...
a famous city, and it's a core piece of several games, computer games. The Neverwinter Nights.
in the terrible MMO that attempted to base itself off of 4E. It was the place where a undead lich attacked it with her wyverns, and then eventually a bunch of dinosaurs attacked it too.
Why dinosaurs?
I don't
Dinosaurs
actually
are
remember
fucking
that
cool.
from that game.
Yeah, there was an expansion that had dinosaurs.
Oh no wonder
It was-
I only played it when it came out.
Marcus, you owe me a dinosaur now.
No, don't worry. One's a coming.
Can I tame it?
Other notable notes, like her name says, she only has, well, 4 fingers in each hand.
Which finger is
Missing
missing?
both of her pinkies.
Oh. Why are you missing your pinkies?
For 2 different reasons. Which I will
Is
not...
he really bad at playing knifey finger?
Well, that would be funny, but... no, the first one was nothing but a fencing accident. And the second one was cut off for her crimes. Which is a fun little story.
Alright, so what we've learned so far is that the characters from Neverwinter never experienced a dragon attack, which is a rather uncommon sight for a Neverwinterin.
No,
Is
see,
well traveled.
Yep.
Is well traveled, and apparently a doofus. They can't hold a saber right, and they cut their own fucking finger off.
The blade bit back where it attacked her.
Now, your character seems to have a very interesting set of equipment.
Indeed.
Pistols, explosives. Where'd you get them?
She traveled to the east and learned how to make her own.
That's quite the exotic specialist. Has anyone ever tried to take them from you?
Not that often, because there, I would imagine that they would have some like merchant ships going in even to Faerûn and selling goods. So maybe a couple. They are worth a couple of gold coins anyways.
So what made your character want to be an adventurer?
She
what really
wanted to travel the world. She was like, got the inspiration bug of like, I wanna go and see the world. I wanna see what it has to offer. So she set off and found the first boat. Well, after traveling the countryside for quite a while, also known as pretty much 1 to 5 levels. And then she went into the first boat, which happened to be a pirate boat, where she spent many years afterwards.
Now, you're a rather seasoned explorer.
Indeed.
So the question I want to ask is, what is either your greatest accomplishment or your greatest crime?
Greatest accomplishment? Well, since she landed on the other land, she learned how to adapt to survive in this strange land in the east. And her crimes, well, since she was a pirate, there's probably a small list of them, also known as that if Kris wants to have one town that might still have like an old wanted poster, I would imagine that it would include such things as, well, stealing, pillaging, and such.
Okay. So what brings you to Swords Coast?
She came back from the east because she was longing to go back and see her old friends, and since she finished her training, she, well, wants to just meet up with her old friends and wants to get her own ship one day and go and adventure some other lands in the unknown.
Alright. Now, let's see. Could I force to explain that next? You know what? I've gotten a lot of messages from Hog, so I think he'll be the ideal next person.
Aww. Shit.
Hey, I'm giving you extra time to prepare, boy.
Hey, I wrote a whole backstory.
Don't cry, Connor. You may go first if you want.
Yeah. You go.
Alright. So Mirabella Anna Maria von Eichshofen.
Fuck.
Or just Anna to her friends.
Otherwise known as Isabella number 26.
Go fuck yourself!
There's a long ass name!
Boy, I'ma ride your ass until you cry. I will do your plumbing. In all the ways that can be interpreted.
Good, we've been having a bit of a blockage.
Yo.
Hey, you're the one. Hey, you're the one that left that one up to interpretation. I was just talking about plumbing.
For that.
Listen, there's only so much Drano can fix.
I mean, if you want to chuck Drano,
See, hold on.
You don't need to worry about your lungs anymore.
See, he's classy enough to drink some Windex.
Exactly. Go for the brand stuff.
No. Y'all are. I could drink some bleach.
Cheap bastard. But to get back to the character. She's a middle-aged woman, seasoned adventurer. 38 this year, though you'd not know it from looking at her. She looks more like 29. when asked, it's probably the copious amounts of magical healing she's had to do herself. It sort of kept her young looking. She's born and bred in Besenter, the city of 1,000 temples, where basically every god ever is worshipped. She's a cleric of the god Ra, and can and will go to great lengths about that story if you ever want to know. But what specifically Ra is.
The mightiest of Ra.
She's from an old noble family who date back to the Mara, which is basically Slavic Germany. But several generations back, they made a bid for the throne, fucked it up, and then had to flee. So they, well, settled down in Besenter. She's a bit estranged from her family, hasn't talked to any of them in about a decade, and has been traveling the world for twice that. She's also relatively famous. You may have heard stories or about her or songs in taverns. She's got a bunch of monikers, all of them related to those stories, which are usually about her fighting some sort of undeath, though not always. The stories can be wildly over-exaggerated, sometimes largely fictitious. Some of them you're pretty sure are just outright lies. Others may or may not be true. But there's tales of her defeating a lich, sneaking into the Well of Dragons, where cultists were raising a Draco Lich and breaking that phylactery. Some even say that she can summon the sun into the night sky to burn her enemies, which has given her the moniker that is most commonly known, the Radiant Dawn. Though again, how many of those stories are actually true, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
The trouble I've seen.
So, first question that immediately popped in my head. You mentioned that you have not talking to your family in a decade. You've been venturing for roughly 2 decades. My thought is, did you stop talking to them because you started adventuring? Or did it have something to do with the cloistered life?
Well, neither actually. The estrangement came before she even joined the Faith of Ra. Her family are a bunch of scheming assholes. They've never left the whole nobles vying for the throne stuff, even though there's no throne left for them to buy. And so they're just basically wasting all their days scheming for petty gains, and she hated that. And so she first became an acolyte, a cloistered sister, and when she reached her full clerical status, she decided to wander the world. And eventually her very infrequent contact to her family just sort of dropped.
Okay. Now, you've got a lot of titles mentioned in your backstory. Lich's Dude, the Anna the Dragon Slayer, and the like. How did you come to getting these titles?
Well, the title Lich's Doom is from a story about her defeating a lich in the ruins of Mordalkin, which is an old city that adventurers sometimes still go to seek for treasure. The Dragon Slayer title is actually probably her greatest achievement, because she and a few of her friends, of which unfortunately very few came back, snuck into the Well of Dragons. The Well of Dragons is basically a dragon graveyard. And every once in a while you get these crazy cultists who get it in their mind that raising a dragon is a good idea. Or some dying dragon will decide that it doesn't really want to die. And so you've got these insane people who try to make a Draco Lich. And Anna's group snuck into the Well of Dragons and interrupted a ritual that would have turned a dying dragon into a Draco Lich, thereby preventing that kind of, well, monstrous evil to come into the world. Though they did pay a dear price.
I'd imagine so. And the nice thing about your backstory is that it covers a lot of questions I was going to ask. Especially the question I asked Marcus towards the end, which was what was your greatest achievement or crime? So you answered that with the Dragon Slayer one.
Actually, you know, that question may have a different answer. I mean, that is probably the greatest thing she has done for the world. But if you'd ask her, it's probably a different one that never actually made it to the stories. Towards the start of her career as an adventurer, there was this dark wizard who he fancied himself a necromancer, but wasn't really one, and tried to work with human sacrifices, and he abducted 10 children. And she managed to stop him before those children were sacrificed. And to her, that just feels more as an achievement than well, it feels more visceral than just knowing that you've prevented a Draco Lich actually saving those children.
All right then. You know what? What drew your character to the clergy of Ra?
She'd been looking for a way out of her family for a while, and the whole ideology of the mythology of Ra, the constant death and rebirth, the ending and starting of something anew, that really resonated with her.
All right. Well, I think we can safely move on to Connor's character.
Yes. Huh. Okay, I have a rough idea. Let's wing it.
The first two words better not be, I decided to go with the corgi, so you see a small dog.
Hey, if I was being the corgi, I would have said yes. I'm just following one of these people around. I
think I would have been sent a message saying, "Hey, I'd like to play as a dog," and I'm like, "Man."
And you'd been like, no.
I was debating on that one.
I remember when I ran that one shot of 5e, and I just told everyone you could pick any race, and then immediately the consequence I sprung on them is, so by the way, you're a dog, and therefore you cannot actually vocalize English, and therefore cannot communicate with the party. So you now have to try and play charades to inform them of things. And then I'd start messaging the other players. So you notice that a small dog has been following you. It's got like weird packed equipment on it and everything. The notion has passed your mind. Maybe I should rob it. Maybe I should take that shit off that dog. What's it gonna do? Bite me? I'll fucking curb stomp its head in.
No. But, yes. Clover Black Wolf is a relatively young, about 26-year-old fighter. She hails with some random relatively small little village out in the forest. Left it to join the local military or militia. Not really knowing what to do, only understanding the concept of how to fight from fighting off small bandits attack and whatever the hell lives in the forest. And been primarily roaming around the land, either a part of one military force, a mercenary force, or doing odd jobs as a bodyguard. I'm
That was
not
the character
sure.
sheet. You didn't put your shield in the stew, boy. Got fucked up. What in the sweet fuck is going on outside my room? Hang on.
The corgis.
He was fighting. She was fighting a tribe of corgi creatures.
And they cursed her to become a were-corgi.
See, Marcus, I'll say the corgi guard for your campaign. I will be a very small anthropomorphic corgi that runs around with a greatsword.
Oh, don't worry, I don't see myself DMing 5th edition anytime soon.
I will do it in a game. I will find a way.
Alright, I'm back. Apparently my uncle is tearing up my fucking toilet.
What? Ew.
Too much
Fucking
information.
pulled it up. And everything. I'm like, why must you hurt my shitter? What has it done to you?
It violated his rectum.
You know, I have this prevailing fear that one of these days I'm gonna go take a shit, instead the shit will take me instead. Just one thing I think about every time I go to the bathroom.
Well, with your luck, I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think that's how he died.
Alright, so tell me more about Clover Cuntwood.
Cloverfield.
Cloverfield, yes. Not much really to her. In the grand scheme of things, she's fairly simple. As in, I don't make backstory for characters because I have a horrible attrition rate with characters.
Holy fucking sweet shit, that noise is loud.
I heard
You leave my shitter alone, you goddamn communist! He told me to shut the fuck up.
I mean, yes. Obviously.
Alright, continue.
Overall, she's a fairly simple person. Likes fighting enjoys fighting, and will often try to pick a fight with something. Though, if either told to or paid to, will try not to poke the very large sleepy dragon. She's not suicidal, at least.
Okay, the first question I have to ask is, your character, as you just described, you know, is straightforward. So I'm wondering, are they simple-minded or just practical?
Practical. They don't like the whole song and dance of let's do all this sneaky around and steal this from that guy and place it here. That no, I'm just gonna kick at the damn door and get the job done. It's you the assassin, so be the loud, I'm here to kill you. You will die now. It's not that she's simple, it's just that she doesn't like she doesn't like roundabouts. If there's a short way to solve the problem, she'll take the short way to solve the problem. If it's straightforward and to the point.
The puzzle has to be solved by magic. She will cast Fist.
Okay.
Because of me, I cast Fist.
Fucking muscle
No,
wizards.
you just threw a corgi at it. Stop that.
Don't make me buy a corgi.
So, what is your greatest accomplishment or crime?
Greatest accomplishment.
You're a level 10 adventurer. What's something that you could spin a tale about, at a local pub about a thing you fucked up, or a thing you've done, or a thing you've seen done right in front of you, that haunts your dreams every night, or a crime you committed, something you stole, someone you murdered. What did you do in the dead of night, you fucking fiend? You nefarious
Please
outlaw,
don't tell us the last one.
Dead of night, me, I probably got drunk and sucker punched a goat. But the greatest thing she could possibly think of that she's done. Let me think. What the fuck is something a level 10 adventurer could take on?
At that point, you're probably a national scale hero.
Quite a lot.
Yeah. Probably helping lead a group. Probably help lead some people into help clear out a small dragon den. Probably something along those lines. I cannot think of it off the top of my head since I never have campaigned lasted long enough for me to get to level 10.
Yeah, that's like young dragons.
Oh, hang on.
I think Warlock's about to go fight that toilet.
Actually, while he's away, I'll be right back to you.
Bring me some water.
I thought you was gonna be here for coffee. Too late. I said I thought you were coming for coffee. Too late. No. You said you
Okay.
I want some coffee.
Thankfully, I'm fast.
Where's my water, Marcus?
Did you fuck up, Marcus? Again?
In the toilet?
Damn it, Marcus!
Damn, Connor, stop drinking out of the toilet.
No!
No,
Corgis must drink out toilets.
Alright, everything in the world is gonna try and distract me.
The toilet will try to kill you.
Hold on, let me see
Again?
this one fucker that you're having a campaign. Let's see if it's... Nah.
But yeah, she helped. She was one of the lead people to clear out a small dragon den with a previous group of people. I would think that would be her greatest little accomplishment.
What about a crime? Has she committed anything?
Crime?
Nothing that could be proven.
How much crack cocaine have they fucking done the past week? Go on, reveal your secrets.
A lot more than she can remember.
Hey, dragon blood is a fucked up drug. That's all I should say.
What brings you to Swords Coast? I forgot to ask that question.
What brings me to Swords Coast? Work, really. Ran out of jobs in one place, came here looking for some new work of some form or a new adventure group to join.
Alrighty then. The same question applies to you, Hollow. I just didn't get a chance to ask you.
Well, in this case, nothing specific. She's just wanderer.
I'm a wanderer, but I'll be right back and you can get some water. Marcus, answer all questions in my place.
I'm going to imagine he's just going to say Corgi, Finland.
Okay, Connor's character has a... thing.
Marcus, is Connor willing to let this be the twop squad? You may only answer with yes. You must answer within the next 5 seconds or both your characters die.
Maybe.
You forget, you may only answer with yes.
You see, maybe it's halfway yes, so it counts.
No. It does not.
I'm back with a 2 liter of water spiked with cookie oil.
Marcus has agreed that you will let us call this group the Twat Squad.
What?
You did
What
give
is
me
that?
privileges
I'm
over you.
See, if we had a fourth player playing the male, we could do like Konosuba adventure.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
It's a different
No.
one.
So
does
I'm
this
gonna
mean I have to go
play.
find a player and demand he play a male character?
So I'm gonna be darkness, obviously, because with my horrible rolls, I never fucking hit anything.
But
You'll
Marcus,
be-
you would have to
maybe
you would have to be a knightly character, and that appears to fall to is it Black Wolf?
Yes.
So you will not be darkness. And Holler is obviously Mega Man because he does the most damage. So you're going to be Aqua because you're the most useless.
Fair enough.
Harsh but true.
With my rolls,
And obviously Kazuma, the all-rounder, will be the world. And it's just gonna keep slapping you.
Kazuma. Yes, I'm Kazuma.
So obviously the first like few seconds of you stepping off the boat, I'm gonna roll sleight of hand to steal your panties. And run off with
Jokes
them
on
into
you,
the
she's
night.
not wearing any.
Yeah. What did I grab then?
Do not want to know.
Alright, but anyways, jokes aside, welcome to the mighty Swords Coast. For those of you who don't know what Swords Coast is, it is effectively the most richest and powerful coastal city in Faerun. Very, very wide variety of races inhabit this place. And the most popular city, the city you're in, Waterdeep.
How does
It
the
is
old
run. Go on.
how does the old joke go? No, Sword Coast is not filled with swords.
But it is full. It is full of a wide variety of individuals, and it's run by the infamous Waterdeep Lords. At current, there sit 4 of them. 4 Waterdeep Lords, 4 that run different aspects of the city. There is the mighty Lord Caden. He is the Lord of Strategies, and he commands the naval military. There is Lord Legatus, the Lord of Bishops. He manages, runs, and conducts the religious services of every religious organization that sits within the town. And he sits in his mighty sanctum, the Sanctum of Bishops. There is Lord Darius. He is the Master of Coin. He handles every monetary and trade-oriented organization in the city. Basically, this guy controls the money. And then finally, there's Lord Alatar, the Lord of Thaumaturgy, and he is basically he is big boy mage. Like if you want to be a wizard, like if you want to get your license to practice arcane magic, you want to join a guild, you want to conduct any research with magic, it goes through him and his guild.
Okay. Then we have like little NPC leaflets for them, so we'll remember their names.
I'll give you that in a moment.
Yeah, take time.
Because fucking Roll20 is a bitch.
Don't
And
fuck
decides-
Roll20.
And it decides that it doesn't want to keep track of fucking anything. So I will have to sit there and get their fucking tokens again. It's fucking bullshit's what it is.
You know, I know since we tried the map tools things, think that's the one thing that Roll20 has over it. If you need like to open up an NPC shit, it's right there. You can just bring it up. In map tools, you have it on like a separate map completely.
Okay, basically we have the Pope, we have the Rear Admiral, we have Peter Baelish, and we have I love big spells and I cannot lie.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
That's basically just it to a fucking T. I gotta fucking re-upload all their goddamn photographs. Game's goddamn bullshit. Fucking what that is. But I'll move you guys on to the actual city. It's a lovely place it is. Or actually, that's functionally what Waterdeep looks like.
Oh, jeez.
It's this very, very intricate city. And yeah, I know it's fucking blurry. There's like one map of Waterdeep, and that's what it looks like. There are a few others, but they are just as fucking low quality res.
Oh god!
Yeah, they don't have any fucking cities on them. It's just like a geographic map, and I'm like, why do you have a geographic map of Waterdeep?
I'm quickly gonna
Yeah,
try
I was
to help
also
you
like-
with that.
Yeah, because I was like thinking to myself, like, why is there a geographic map of Waterdeep? It's a fucking city. It is
No,
a
I mean-
fucking city.
Geographical map. Also, what the hell
Gonna
is
be-
Waterdeep?
It would be like giving me a topographic map of Neverwinter.
Alright, Chris, hold on, here, I'll help you out with it. That looks pretty decent quality. It has those frames though.
Oh, thank you for finding that. Fuck.
Or
I don't care for the frames, it works. Shit.
What? Chris, what
if
game
you
is
wanna
this
use
from?
a smaller map without the frames, there's one. Oh, sorry, never mind, it's not gonna work because the link is way too long.
Alright, now what were you asking, Connor?
What is this game? What is this map from? What game is it from? I never played Neverwinter Online.
No, this is not from Neverwinter Online. This is from the Swords Coast, and specifically Waterdeep is from Waterdeep. The city is from a module, a D&D module.
Oh. I never heard shit about that.
There's
This is
actually
my
a
first
video
time playing
game
something
for
from D&D.
Well, yeah, I'm actually decided. You know, I didn't want to do like a personal. I wanted to actually use like Forgotten Realms. I was like, you know, I always see cool shit like cool character classes and whatnot from fucking Swords Coast, but nobody ever fucking does it. So I'm like, you know what? Let's base the game here.
Well,
then-
okay then.
And then I found shit about the lords and like, fuck, they fit exactly what I want to do with the campaign. Perfect.
Okay then. Well, good thing I know jack shit about this world. My character knows jack shit about this
That-
place.
Well,
That's,
good. I'm glad that like much of you. I mean, how many of you know a lot of Deep Swords Coast?
None
whatsoever.
A little.
Perfect.
whatsoever.
Perfect. That means everything is a fucking surprise.
Like, the only thing that I know is from the Icewind Dale game, a little, and Baldur's Gate, a little, and Neverwinter the MMO, a little.
Okay. So, my question, first things first, is how do you travel to this city? Did you do it by boat or
Boat.
by road? Okay, so
Road,
Marcus is for boat.
horseback.
Okay. So we got
Most
one
likely by
horseback, one-
road.
Okay. Now I got a question for you. You guys want to do this organically or inorganically? Well, since we have one person by fucking boat, it is already by default organically for one of you.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess if we wanna say my boat like docked few like cities back, and I took like a carriage here, we can say that if we wanna do the organic route. I mean non-organic route.
I'm fine either way.
You know, let's do the organic way. So let's start with the pirate, since we started with the character introductions for that one. So Marcus, you've been traveling by boat for maybe about a month and a half now, and the city of Waterdeep is just barely off in the distance. You can you can see it. There's a number of boats moving in and around, fishing boats and the like. And like you're like the ship is coming in the dock.
Ah, jeez, haven't seen land in about 3 months now. 4, maybe.
You can hear the sounds of the crewmates of the ship. You can see the person at the top of the tower with the little scope. He's shouting prepare to dock, land ho. And within a good a good 20 minutes, the boat drops anchor, and people who were using this boat to travel are making exodus from it, and cargo is being lifted off. And you come through this customs area where they're reading names off of a little stretch of parchment. As you're coming up, there's a man in this. He's got a very middle class clothing on. He looks like he's a customs representative, and he looks up to you, and he's fucking. I gotta quickly jump to your name again.
Jade.
I can remember the last part.
Carlisle.
Yeah. He's like, Jade Carlisle?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, sign here.
Got it.
So, alright, what business do you have in the city?
Oh, I'm here to look for a job, actually. Don't suppose you would know if there's an adventurers guild or a quest port anywhere near?
When it comes to picking up freelance work, consider the Dirty Harry. It's a tavern, just to the inner city.
Alright, Dirty Harry. Got it, thank you.
Alright, next. And he just kind of moves on to the next people.
Okay.
And you begin to make your way to the Dirty Harry.
At least it's not the Dirty Sanchez.
And I
That
go
would be
in
disgusting.
to the bar keep, and the first thing that I say,
It's erotic content.
whiskey please, and I held 2 gold, I believe was a whiskey shot.
I believe so. Yeah, and I'll pan now to Hollow's character. I'll move over to a map, because I actually do have a map for the actual city for for the coming up the road and whatnot. Alright. Fucking Christ, my goddamn headset's beeping. I like there was just a little derelict bell in the background.
Ding ding ding.
But yeah, Hollow, you're coming up down the little city road. You can place your character token. I guess really anywhere. It doesn't particularly matter.
In the house.
Yeah, you can place it inside the house. You broke it into some civilian's house.
As an old lady.
You were like, would you like to hear the glorious god of Ra? And they're just like, get the fuck out of my house, you smelly Neanderthal.
Okay, excuse me while I delete my backstory. Because that makes it fucking impossible to drag and drop the toe.
None of us can see it.
Pardon?
Having my backstory on my character sheet makes it apparently impossible to drag my picture in there from the character sheet.
That is fucking lovely.
Just copy it.
Well, better to find it now than later.
Actually, you know what, to be fair with this road right here, Connor, if you want, you can also place your on it.
Okay.
If you want to say you're coming from the same direction.
Sure.
Because otherwise, I'll just have to move this onto a different fucking map of a different fucking road.
There we fucking go.
All the long day. But yeah, Holly, you've been traveling. I want to say 3 weeks on the road. Like it's been a long journey. Like you're running through your food like crazy. The guy you bought some food from said that it would last you a good long month, but neglected to tell you that some of it was about to go a little ripe, a little
Lovely.
So it's been a rough few fucking days, but you finally made it to Waterdeep, the jewel of Swords Coast. You're coming kind of through like the like the little like peasantries like district. You can see there are like a number of tradesmen kind of getting out and about, getting ready to work. It's kind of a morning day. The actual big distant site. Do you stop and have a chat with any of your locals, or do you just press on into the city?
At this point, I probably just want a hearty meal.
I'd imagine so. Do you just press on?
I do.
Okay. So you move
Unless
along.
I see one of the vendors sell some decent food. You know, the greasy stall food.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. As you're kind of like passing by, that guy right there by the wagon, he's loading a wagon full of potatoes.
I just ate potatoes.
I spent the last 3 days living off of cooked potatoes with nothing else.
That's up to you.
That potatoes with butter. Does that make it any better?
Mashed
Those potentially
potatoes.
help, yes. But raw potatoes are not my thing.
But the potatoes.
Potato, 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 potato.
Go away,
Says
potato
all.
girl. There's no titans here.
But alright, so you just kind of press on into the city.
At this point, I just want a nice skewer of meat.
Yeah. So let's see. Clover, you just like you're coming up through this road, and whatnot. It's been quite a fucking journey as well. Maybe not as rough as poor old Anna's journey, but it's been pretty fucking rough nonetheless. The roads have been harsh. There's been a fucking blistering heat wave that's just kind of hit all of Faerun. So it's been a good year for harvest, but at the same time there is some drought setting in. But you made it to the city of Waterdeep, the jewel of Swords Coast. You're coming through kind of like the more peasantry area. You see a lot of people kind of getting ready to work. As you're kind of walking along the road, the one kind of standout figure, along with the tradesmen and whatnot, would be another woman on horseback and what appears to be half-blades. But you keep pressing on. Do you stop and have a chat with any of the tradesmen who are getting ready for work, or do you just press on as normal?
I will go up to the closest one and simply say, "Excuse me, sir, can you put me direct to the nearby tavern? I need to put something in my stomach after that long goddamn hike."
The man who's trying to get his little potato wagon up and running, he looks over and he's like, "Oh, there's a tavern just to the center part of city. It's called the Dirty Harry."
Why is it called that?
Never rightly asked. I don't spend too much time in the taverns. I usually work all day. It's a good place for those looking for freelance work.
Smiles. Sounds like my kind of place then. Thank you.
No problem. You have a good one now.
And I'll help him pick up one of the heavier sacks and put it in his cart before fucking off.
I much appreciate that, miss. And then you kind of like press on.
Yes.
So I guess the main consensus is that everyone's going to the tavern.
Classic D&D meetup.
I mean, it's the best place to just kind of.
Food first, adventure later.
Yeah. I mean, the two best places to start D&D game, in a tavern or in prison, both works.
Both do work. You are correct. I know for a fact that in the goddamn
Reminds me of this.
tabletop audio, there has got to be a fucking tavern. That's Mountain Tavern. That's Medieval Town.
I remember this one guy like pitching me this one campaign. He was like, "I want to copy Dragon's Dogman. You wake up dead. You're missing your heart." And I was like, "Okay."
You wake up dead. Also, Holler, how the hell did you get half-plate?
Because I asked for it?
And you have a lot of money.
I don't actually know how much money I have.
Roll for your money. Roll for your money. Do the initial multiplier, and then multiply it again by 3.
Okay. Hold on.
If you then realize that you have enough money to purchase something that you want, we'll just hand wave it in right now.
Okay, let me see. How
I
much
didn't get a chance to really clarify that with everyone, because I was currently hospitalized at that moment.
It's fine.
Yeah, it was
I was
generally
thinking more about the potential, the fact that they came in, gave me an EKG, then took blood from me, then fucking took an X-ray.
Yeah, it was generally accepted
What the
that
fuck?
everybody got at least +2 gear, which means +2 weapons, +2 armor, and the starting money. So if you guys don't have the +2 magical gear, get that too, while you have a chance.
I got that.
And if you have any ammunition or throw-in weapons, make those +2 too. Just a second, myself too.
How much was...
Alright, I'm back. I heard some loud yelling. It was all good in the
Welcome
hood.
back.
Still doing things on
You
the top.
guys, did you? No. It was different yelling. You know, I'll play the Wild West Saloon music.
I mean, fair enough. There is some like tavern music for fantasy too, where they have like gluten parts.
Yeah.
Or you can just type in Pard, and you will probably get like Pard playing in the Roll20.
Part or porn?
The
Bard.
The
porn.
Pard.
Oh.
The card.
Connor, I'm not sending porn like you.
There's a nice piano playing.
I said I was sorry.
You learn to speak, Marcus. It's normal.
We don't want your Pornhub links, Connor.
He sent me porn yesterday. You should have fucking seen it. Disgusting.
What? It was Helsing.
Yeah, I know, that made it even worse. Send me a fucking picture of Sarah's Victoria with a big old dick in between her tits.
Only Connor,
Well-
only her own.
Blame Holler.
Okay, bullshit.
He has
Why am I blamed for
something
this?
to do. You had something to do with it.
Listen, what are you blaming our only representative of Deutschland?
God damn it,
Stop
Holler,
that.
stop sharing your German scat porn.
Oh
I can be
god,
blamed for
no.
many, many things. Why am I being blamed for this?
Because you're the closest one to be blamed. Anyways.
So, anyways, D&D Tavern, classic meetup.
Yes.
Seems as though everyone is congregated into it, just like in the Star Wars, everyone congregated towards the fucking goddamn cantina.
You can
Wasn't
never
even
go
my-
wrong with a
wasn't even-
bar.
wasn't- the best part is that I wanted to go there simply just because, like, I'm a smuggler. Come on, the government building or a fucking theater ain't a place for me.
Whiskey. And I see.
A gruff, like very red bearded man like walks up and he is kind of like polishing off like a mug, and he grabs something from like the back and pours you a mug of it.
Oh, thank you. Mind if I ask you a question? This might sound a little odd, but is Johnny's rat face still around?
Oh, rat face?
Yeah, Johnny
No.
Ratface. Ah, damn.
No, he left here about a month ago.
Ah, damn it. Gotta use his services. Oh well, is there a job board available?
The local guards usually bring something by. I can check it for you.
Ah, that would be nice.
I love that
He
with
like-
10th level adventurers acting like first level adventurers.
I know.
Yeah. And he comes back with like two like little like they're like big parchments, and he like walks up and he's like, well, there's two of them here. One issued by Lord Caden himself, bless his heart. The other one from them bishops up in the sanctum. Would you like me to give him a read?
Yeah, I can. Can I take a look at them for a while? I'll just read them over by myself.
He sets them down on the table.
Ah, thank you. And I sit down and start looking at them.
The first one issued from Lord Caden is hang on, let me pull it up for you so I can read the exact text.
Lord Caden.
The essentially the local guard is seeking a group of individuals, either already like enlisted guards, like in the military, or freelance workers, to investigate sightings of some sort of cult just west of the city, out in the out in kind of the wilderness. The reason as to why they would consider freelance work and not just specific guards is because the nature of the cult seems to be that there have been sightings of some sort of half lion, half human in the mix of all things. Or in other words, a lamia.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Lamia have lines here?
Yeah.
You sure you're not talking about Rakshasa?
In the D&D, it's lamia.
That's
For
fucking
whatever weird reason. I know it's supposed to be there's that fucking anime where it's a half snake.
Yes, Lamia are snake people.
Yeah, I know. In this, they're fucking half lion.
That's fucking weird.
I know. It just sounds more like a chimera to me.
It changes.
I mean, a chimera is supposed to be like a fucking. It's got like the tail of a snake, the fucking legs of a goat, and the fucking body of a lion.
It's usually a lamia
Yes.
is a snake in like common like fantasy stories, but I have seen it change a couple of times.
When I opened up lamia, it showed me a picture of what is obviously a woman with the body like from like the kind of like top shoulders and head up, a human, and then the body of a fucking lion.
Anyways, you were about to say the second job, or did you already do that?
Yeah. No, I've not done that. That like that right job right there, the lamia one, that is the one by Caden. The one by the bishop is essentially they're seeking a group Way to fucking interrupt me.
Trying to fuck
Oh, was he?
with- Yep. The one you come across the room. You got his ass back.
I heard that fucking noise. And I came running because I was like, what the fuck is that noise? Fucking goddamn creep. Alright, so anyways, what I was about to say before that happened, essentially the bishop is, well, the bishops are looking for a group of adventurers to get, to make passage on a boat to an island that was once it was once essentially like a paladin's stronghold. It was lost kind of during the Great Sundering, as they call it, or I mean, in actual Faerun terms, you guys know that there was a big meteor that struck the fucking planet, and it kind of like pulled a bunch of shit in from different like planes. You know, that's where we get the Dragonborn, the Eladrin and whatnot. You know, the fucking weird Forgotten Realms lore.
Yeah.
Basically, this wasn't an island, it was a part of the fucking continent, it split off. They want someone via boat to go there and reclaim religious artifacts that they have not had the time to go and get. As per like what they're offering as a reward, the bishops appear to be offering a reward totaling in about... They're offering about roughly 5,000 gold, and potentially, based on what's recovered, magical items. And as for the guards, well, they're offering a... If you can prove that there aren't actually, like, Lambias, they're offering 6,000 gold.
Oh.
Per each head. So there you go.
Okay.
Mirabella. You step into like you step inside the tavern, and you know there's a number of people here having like kind of their morning breakfast and whatnot. There's a man playing some very strange instrument. You can hear that fucking piano. There's like there's a barkeep with very, very bright red hair, and he's like serving drinks and like prepping breakfast and whatnot. Where do you where do you grab a seat at?
I first go up to the barkeep. Excuse me.
The man looks at you. He's like, "Yes."
Do you sell food here, or is this just a tavern?
No, I sell food here.
Lovely. I'm famished. Haven't had anything to eat but bland potatoes for 4 days.
That's
Could
the
you
life
get
of
me
an adventure, ain't it?
Yes. But now I'm really craving some real food. Could you get me some and a mug of wine, please?
Yes, ma'am. And he like walks over and he like pours you kind of like a glass of like a little glass of like a little container of like wine, like one of those little cups. And he sets it down, and like 10 minutes later he comes back with a like it's like a pot pie. And he sets it down.
Delicious.
I'm famous for him here. Best of the land, I believe.
I tuck in.
That'll be
And-
5 silvers.
I just nod and keep eating while rummaging with my other hand in my pockets for the silver.
Eventually when you hand him the silver, he takes it and he like walks off, and he's like, "You have a good one. Let me know if you
Thank you.
need anything else."
I will.
So you're saying that you're doing like the every anime eating scene ever, where you just eat it all?
I mean, at least he didn't run out of the building with bread in his mouth.
No, he does that, then runs into the next character. Marky, if you do that senpai shit, I'm gonna slap you. I will find a way to slap you.
Not long after, yep, Anna just starts really like digging in. Clover makes entrance into the tavern.
I make my
There's
way
just
to the bar.
You do so. The same, like, very, like, brightly redheaded and red bearded man walks up. Can I get you anything?
Mead and something with meat. Please and thank you.
And he brings you, he brings you mead and the same kind of, like, pot pie. Like, that'll be fine.
Starts digging in. Flicks him with gold, given the fact that for some reason we don't have change.
He takes the gold and assumes it's a very, very enthusiastic tip. And he, like, you know, kind of goes into the back to basically start refilling stuff early in the morning, and everyone's already running them dry on mead.
All the mead.
All the mead.
No.
Yeah, Marcus, you combed over these like these little like jobs that were offered.
Alright, that's
Did any one of them particularly pique your interest?
As I finish reading my second question to the barkeep, as the two new persons are next to me, I ask the barkeepers, say, don't suppose there's a group who needs an additional adventure. These jobs are interesting, but I don't think I can take these alone.
Those were issued today, so no one has come by really looking at them. I think you're the first person who's asked to.
Well, would you mind if I'll wait here for a while and see if anybody would be picking up? Any of these people here, except I look to the right where I imagine the two other females just eating and like drinking. I'm like, these two seem a little tougher than these normal folk. Say, you two, would you happen to be adventurers?
They respond with no.
I give you a thumbs up as I stuff my face with pie.
They're like, no, we're
If
tradesmen.
you're not while doing the same.
We work as blacksmiths. We don't adventure. Fuck off, ye.
Fuck off, ye.
I'm a politician. Okay, campaign over. Bye.
I'm a farmer. Ugh.
Say, if you wanna take a break from eating that, we could party up, and I show you to like, don't shove the papers in your face, but I put them to the side where you can like read them while you're drinking / eating.
Unhinge his jaw, slides rest up high into mouth. Chews it, swallows.
Unhinges jaws. What? You a fucking snake?
Yes.
Yeah,
She's still on me that to you what you're talking about.
I was snake.
Fucking
Lances at
Monty Pure
papers.
Bloods.
Looks at the paper.
Glances at papers while he keeps eating.
Ugh. So what's the job? Looks at the paper.
I wasn't expecting the all weed party.
Are you insulting the Twat Squad?
We shall be known as the Three Stooges. Clover will look over the job. So something about a cult and something about lamias. Or
Yeah,
weird
the cult was
cat
the one
people.
with the lamias, reportedly, and the second one was the bishop needed some artifacts reclaimed on an island.
Well,
Cults are general bad business.
though we're going to go recover some artifact, there could be some extra stuff there to fill our pockets and whatnot.
I mean, that's true, but I'm generally more concerned with the whole cult business. They tend to leave corpses in their wake.
Yeah, there's a claim these artifacts could be beneficial and all, but far as my knowledge goes, cults, well, they tend to kidnap people, and that's not exactly great.
Shrugs. As long as I'm getting paid, I'm fine with any job.
And besides, these creatures that they describe on this paper, they sound interesting.
Can give you I don't know, nature, religion, something check to see what I know about Lamias?
Yeah. Give me a. Actually, let me check. I need to know exactly what they would be classified as real quickly.
Might be an arcane creature.
You're thinking about this in 4E. Okay, I need a. Okay, their list is that. A nature check.
I shall roll nature. I have nothing in it.
Okay.
The fact that I've got a
Not
16
entirely sure why that is rolling with advantage.
It always rolls, you gotta like set it, always. Otherwise...
Yeah, I have mine set to toggle.
Where do I set that?
You're doing the tools section. In the top right corner, it's just in the right corner of your sheet, just below like your class, alignment, all that other stuff. Next to spell, you should see a little cog. Click that. And it means like roll qualities. Just have it to advantage toggle.
Advantage toggle. Okay, there we go, yeah.
And automatic roll damage and crit. That's what I have mine set to. Because
Oh,
I get tired of that
I don't
shit.
really have nature, but might as well try.
So we got a 14, a 16, and a 6. We are all divisible by 2. Good.
Okay, let me look at what you guys got. Okay, so it looks like Connor's character has actually got probably the best idea. Okay, so what you know about a Lamia is that they are a very, very unique creature. Based on the nature of them, they are from what most people kind of gather about them, people who actually understand them beyond just their fucking horrible monstrosities, is they appear to be kind of the hybridization of a human and a lion. They're not quite beasts, more of a monstrosity. They have a great desire to be worshipped, and they possess an almost innate form of magical spellcasting, similar that to some more magically inclined individuals found in the Mages Guild. Not quite the heavily studied, or in other words, they're like sorcerers almost. Versus the wizard brand. They're known to they have an almost unparalleled charm to them.
Okay.
Don't get charmed by Lamia. Got it.
I shall relay this verbatim. So.
Oh, and one other thing you know about them.
Yes.
They have, as what was once described by a mercenary captain, a intoxicating touch.
So don't look at them and don't get hit by them.
Don't play grab as with a magical creature. Got it.
Yeah. Now it is said that they're the reports mention 2.
Hmm. Okay.
Sounds quite dangerous, these creatures as you describe them.
I mean, aren't all.
True. I look at the two of you. So, what are both your specialties? I'm simple. I beat things until it stops moving. What about the two of you?
Well, as you can see, and I point to my sabers and guns, I deal bit in some fancy fighting, and I can use this in distance.
Looks you up and down. Are you some type of Navy man or worked on a ship?
Sailor. Just a sail.
Ah. Okay, and what about you? Looks over at the person who names I cannot remember because I can't see their damn name.
Anna.
Anna. Wait, I don't even know your name. I look at the noble-looking woman.
Have any of you exchanged each other's names?
Not yet.
No.
Spilling blood together, and you don't. Talking of spilling blood. Together.
Well, still in the quote-unquote agreement phase. So, you in?
I'm down for it. Yes.
Well,
what about you, Miss Ritchie?
Pleased to meet you. The name's Jade, Four Fingers Carlisle.
Why do they call you Four Fingers? Looks at her hand. Oh.
Yeah, that one wasn't exactly hard to figure out.
Yeah,
Need a passive perception of 25 to notice it.
Kinda obvious there.
Need a perception check of 5 to actually see it.
Hey, maybe he'll botch.
As for myself, I'm a cleric, so I have access to clerical magic.
And I'm a simple fighter. Can't use magic, but I know how to beat someone into submission.
A cleric, huh? Well, don't have to drink that swill anymore to keep our health up or whatever the ship doctor always went on about.
Screw those things. Those things are worthless at this point. I had to down 4 of those just to heal me a little bit. As in, healing potions suck at higher level. 2d4 is nothing.
Says the fighter with second win.
But he was a lovable quack.
Lovable quack.
Quack, quack, quack.
My name's Clover Blackwolf, by the way.
Clover.
Mirabella Anna Maria von Eichhofen. You may call me Anna.
Jeez. Alright, Anna.
I would not remember any of those
I know
names.
it's a bit of a mouthful.
I will not try to remember it. No offense.
Again, Anna is just fine. I know it can
Okay.
be a mouthful.
Well, any supplies you two need to get before we head out?
Well, seems that I'm...
Some foodstuffs, yes. I've recently run out of unflavored potatoes.
Yeah, I got
What's
myself
wrong
some
potatoes?
extra rations, but could always use some more.
There's nothing wrong with potatoes. The first time, the second time, the 7th time.
I see what you mean.
Huh.
Let's go get some... Hmm?
I finally found the time to like have the ability to like put like the lords their tokens back in. Because they needed their tokens back in.
No, they don't.
Well,
I was like, I was getting like all the monsters situated again because their shit got too. But I think one of you will appreciate what the bishop looks like, because I saw that photograph and I thought to myself, that's a fucking bishop right there. But this is the master of coin.
Is it Bird Pope?
This is the this right here is the master of strategies. This guy right here is the master of thaumaturgy.
So we all know that the master of strategies is evil, right?
And this guy right here is the this is the master of bishops.
Totally, by the
And they're
way.
all evil,
Totally.
They're all evil.
except the black guy.
Look at him. He's just a player. Yo, dog, in his eye.
It is I.
Well, looky here.
Well, look at here.
Tell me, have you heard about Payload of the Lore?
Well, look at here.
Also, I totally misheard the Holler saying mustard of strategies.
Yes, Lord Caden, the mustard of strategies. Meaning he sprays you with white phosphorus.
No, fuck that shit.
Listen, he's the master of strategies. He's in like a nice civil conversation, you want to push it to fighting, and he's like, okay, but I must warn you. What? Pocket sand. Throws it in your eyes. Then stabs you in the heart.
Let's just say when that man gets gassy, you better run.
Lord Legatus, look at his ass. I love that photograph.
Warlock, I'm stealing this picture and using it at some point.
I don't care.
Oh, god damn it.
Next we run a Dark Heresy.
Damn you,
Picture.
Okada!
Be cleric black man.
I will.
missionary black man.
Never mind, guys, we're just gonna get fucking Rainmaker all over the place.
Oh yeah, the fucking Lord Alatar, aka King, aka fucking Okada.
Okada?
Marcus found this photograph. I'm using it. It's the photograph for Lord Alatar, the Lord of Thaumaturgy, and he says he looks like Okada, the fucking professional wrestler. So great. Now there's gonna be a moment where he uses a magical spell attack that's Rainmaker. Its distinguishing characteristic is that he clotheslines you in the throat with magical power, and your neck snaps like a fucking twig.
Oh,
Just folds into itself.
I think I saw a market way back there, on the harbor, towards the harbor where I came from.
Well, down's the last I meet. Let's go. As I start to leave for the market. Fish jerky.
Stretch.
So you guys are going to the bazaar.
Yes.
Let me grab my bazaar map. Didn't think you guys would go to that place so quickly. Now I have to quickly put tokens on it.
Might
No, you
as well. We don't.
There's the bazaar.
Huh.
I shoot someone.
Alright, the guards run up.
Arabian Nights.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence.
The guards look at you and are like, you can't be firing your weapon in the city.
No.
Quit all that shouting. You're scaring people.
If one of them
I
walks
used to be
up,
an-
I used. I'm about
I used to be an
I
adventure.
punch him.
I used to be an adventurer like you,
I punch him.
but then Alatar hit me with the Rainmaker.
God damn it.
I'm gonna slap you. You're near me.
Bring it on. Bring it on, bitch. Alright, but anyways, yeah, so this is the little market area. Did you particularly want anything from the market area?
Just food for me.
Just ration packs.
Well, it's not long before you can find kind of like a general store for like adventurers. There's a guy behind the counter, and he sells like a myriad of like. He sells like the flat out adventure packs if you want to buy like the big packs, or if you just want to get specifically food, he sells that. And it's basically just the items price in the book. You can just buy it.
These snakes, did you mention that they were poisonous or venomous?
No, they got a poisonous touch, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. Healing potions. 2d4 plus 2.
Listen, you just gotta play as the Artificer, the 5e class.
Well, meh.
You know, I actually beta tested the not the Artificer, but the Psychic, the Mystic.
Yeah?
It's busted. It was busted when I was beta testing it.
How busted?
When I was level 3, I could resurrect people at full health.
Jeez.
I had a choice between either resurrecting people at health or summoning a psychic greatsword that scaled off of finesse.
Alright,
Dexterity.
this is straight from the YouTubes. Sailor Moon, I'll give you a mouthful.
I'll give you
No.
By 10 days of rations.
Alrighty then.
Now, how does antitoxin work?
Oh yeah, we should probably get a few of those bottles.
50 gold cost.
Antitoxin kits are administered through the medicine or heal skill. I forget what it's called. I think it's medicine.
Antitoxin.
Yeah, it's medicine.
You gain
There we
plus
go. I only
1
say-
to saves.
I only see the antitoxin vials, which give you advantage on saving throws against poison for now.
I mean, still useful.
Well, I mean, you gotta remember that the saving throws are what make you pass them. Like, you just gotta pass them once, and then the effects are done. So having the advantage would just, guarantee a success.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a vial of antitoxin.
Yeah, might as well.
How much are they?
50 gold.
50.
Yeah, you guys general store shop for like basic amenity or not. I'm gonna go pee.
I'm gonna do the same. Also get something to drink. Be right back.
So let's see. 50 gold.
Look at that.
Yeah, my room dog. I'll tell you what he wants. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
wish
the
the
Minecraft
anti-venom kits were administered anally.
Why?
I think that's just was of
Okay, we learned something about Jade Carlisle. She likes it over. She likes that anal stimulation. Also, apparently my uncle, in the span of us, like, fiddling around, doing character introductions and whatnot, he took the toilet out and then installed a new one.
What?
Yeah. In the time spent dawdling around, he installed a toilet. Well, uninstalled and then installed a new one. So what I've learned about him is that he works fast.
Anyways, let's see. I have enough.
Now, where's that queer homosexual at? Internet dropped?
Yeah,
I'll show him
his
dropped.
Internet dropped.
I'll drop him on his fucking head. That's what I'll do.
Stone pile driver. Let's see.
So out of all these lords, who do you like the best right now? Or the goddess, the king of blacks?
It should be
Or,
obvious.
Oh, I know for you, it's Okada. I'm gonna have to play his theme when he walks in. You guys have to fight him.
Half expecting you to switch his name any day now.
Nope. So I would get sued by New Japan. He would show up to my house and he'd hit me with that drink he does. And like, I would just fucking drop like a sack of potatoes. I like how I'm still playing the tavern music. Wild West Saloon music.
Yeah, to put on some city music in, I guess.
There was a bizarre music in here. Let me find it. City in the City, I guess. Could work. No, that's fucking. That was a car I just heard. Here, I'll play at the blacksmith shop.
Now you have a few minutes to get a couple of songs. Get some city music and travel music and combat music maybe. Welcome back.
No, I'm gonna tell you this right now, guys. The combat music will not be in any way, shape, or form appropriate for the game. I want you to exclusively play the Sabaton. That's how it's gonna work. If you do any missions for legatas, like for the bishops, the song of the knights, that's what we played.
Yes, the song of my people.
For anything for Lord Caden, it'll be baptized in Fighter 41. That's how it works. If you go on the high seas, Ailstorm played, which is a pirate metal band that I found.
Why?
They have a song called I can't fucking remember the name of the song, but it was basically a song about stealing people's rum. Wait, I gotta find it now. But I found it. Drink.
Don't drink. Drinking's bad.
Here's the song Drink. I'll give it to you specifically, Connor.
But I don't want it.
Yeah, you fucking do!
Anyway.
Are we gonna buy healing potion or are we just gonna say fuck those?
Do we
back.
really need healing potions?
It's good if the cleric goes down.
I guess we
Get
can
them
buy
back
a
up.
few.
I will
Name-wise.
target the cleric exclusively. That's how it's gonna work.
Let's see how much.
You will be the first to die.
How much?
It's
It's like a healing potion.
It's
50 gold heal.
2d4 plus 2. That's the heal.
Jeez, that's any. I guess I'll buy one healing potion. Then I'm starting to, well, not run out of money, but...
You guys should have done this. Oh, well, then again, I didn't get a chance to tell you guys I was in the hospital.
It's fine.
We didn't know we had money.
I didn't know I had a soul.
That's because you don't.
Because you're a dog.
Yeah,
I'm
was
not
But
just,
you've got
dog.
pox, and that's almost as good.
yeah, Holler, I was just explaining to them that the soundtrack for this game will not be applicable to fantasy, but instead it will just be applicable to whatever type of whoever the hell you're helping out. If you're helping out the religious people in this town, obviously the song that should be played is the song of the Knights, fucking the song of the Knights for For Honor, which is that Sabaton song.
The Last Crusade.
Yeah,
Deus Vault.
I approve.
The
we
Last
all
Stand is the
agree.
only song for for Legatus, the Pope of Black people. That's a thought that's crossed my mind. Is that one day, since we got a South American Pope, I hope that one day we are one of the popes will just be a black man from Harlem. I want that to be a reality one of these days.
No, the next pope should be Shara Khan.
It'll be a black guy. It'll be a black person from Harlem, and it'll be even funnier if it's a sassy black lady.
Oh hell
'Cause
no!
Mm-hmm. Snap, snap, snap.
My boy, Jesus be like,
The current pope is really, really fun. His cardinals get pissed off at him every fucking week because he keeps sneaking out of the big pope dome to go like help people in the middle of the night. Like, you cannot keep sneaking out of the Pope Fortress.
and he's like, bitch, please, I'm the Pope.
There was another one where he like reamed one of the cardinals because he called a meeting and he was just like, so I've got a question for you. All of our money, all the money that goes to this that goes to this faith is designed specifically to help people. And they're like, yeah. Why in the fuck did you build an indoor marble pool? And just sat there and made him just told him, was like, no, you're gonna answer this question. What about this indoor marble pool helps the faith?
Anyway.
He's like, you got 20 minutes to get an answer.
So, we done shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Did he say shopping or shoving?
Yes.
I'll never be done shoving.
Let's get a move on. Unless someone want to talk to anyone.
No, it's I think we're fine.
I want to talk to the people who are giving out this job, yes.
Ah, yes, we should go probably to the guard barracks and ask them the details about this job.
Alright. To move you on to the Waterdeep map and just in general. Yeah, so you go down to essentially like this it's like basically like the main like little fort. Where like all of like the city guards and the whatnot, and basically all the people kind of like in charge of the fence. And there's like a number of them, and like they're standing up at kind of like this like big gatehouse, and they're like armed with like they've got like halberds, and they're wearing like full plate, and they're just kind of standing there. Do you approach up to them?
Yep.
All right. So
Excuse me?
you approach up to them, and they're like, hold.
Excuse me, we're here because we saw this job offer about a car.
He takes the paper and he looks it over, and he hands it back to you. Are you looking to take the job?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, come on in. The guard captain will want to speak to you. And he leads you inside. He leads you through kind of like a number of like little, and eventually takes you to this like, it's like an officer's room, and there's like a man kind of like, he's like filing a report and chatting with like another guard, and then he sees like the three of you walk in, and he looks at like the guard who leads you in. And he's like, "What are they doing there?" And he's like, "They're here about the bounty we put out." He's like, "Ah, yes, thank you, guardsman." And he like motions for the three of you to walk in and take a seat.
Ah, lovely place.
I do too.
Nice to meet three of you. So you're going to be investigating the cult?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was there specific information, or
Yeah,
you wanted
this
to know more?
paper doesn't seem to have an exact location where we should start, does it?
Or anything you could tell us about them.
He like kind of grabs like a little map of like not just like not a water deep like of the region, and he like kind of like squares it out. And here I'll like show you on the actual map here. Like Swords Coast. Because like this right here would be water deep. It's basically right here. If you guys can see that map, or if I did I not move you out of curiosity?
Yeah, we can see
We
it.
see it.
Okay, okay.
We're
Okay,
just
okay,
waiting for you to...
Yeah, okay. So I was like, I heard like there was just kind of sound. Oh, okay. Like, fuck, did it not move or okay? He's like, it'll be essentially right around here is where we've heard the reports. You're gonna have to kind of look at it because we didn't get exact information. Supposedly, a little further into the forest, there's supposed to be an altar. It was an altar to some sort of Feywild god.
Huh.
I wasn't aware the Feywild had God.
There are a number of individuals who sign this pacts with creatures from another plane.
So we are looking for a lord or lady of the Fae.
Should be a very ornate looking statue. If I were congregating with Lamia, I might be down there, I'd imagine. I'd be careful though, the wildlife over there is quite dangerous. Was there anything more to you did you need to discuss?
Do you know anything specific about them?
Sightings of the cultists, we have an estimate there might be 3 or 4 of them. There are supposed to be 2 Lamia that were described to us by peasants fleeing the area. So that's kind of the threat level we're gauging at the moment. If I couldn't get any mercenaries to head down there, I was gonna try and round up as many guards and send them out there. But I didn't particularly want to send too many of my best men out there to deal with it. I worry for the city's safety. Pirate raids are still common, even here at Waterdeep.
We should investigate those claims. If there's Lamia there, we will dispatch them.
I do appreciate it. If you bring back the heads of them, it's 6,000 gold each for the head. There are serious threats, if they do exist.
Well, we'll make sure to bring any proof that we'll find. Any extra details about that dangerous wildlife that we might encounter?
this type of year, especially with the heat wave, we have we've spotted a few very strange looking animals. They have spiked tails. They seem to herd around that area, especially by the riverbanks.
Can you describe them in more detail, please?
They have they almost appear sort of like a like they have like kind of like the large body, like a very large body possum, but with like armor plating on its back and a very spiked tail.
Possum with armor plating and a spiked tail.
If you give me a nature check, I can tell you
I
exactly
was
what
just
he's
about
describing.
to do that.
Say.
Marcus.
Come on, Marcus. We-
Don't.
Hey, you remember, guys? One of you has lucky. Is 3.
Already? Fine.
Oh, look at
That
that.
one's better.
Okay, piecing this together, you figure out he's
You cut out after he's.
describing an ankylosaurus.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the hell's that?
It's a fucking dinosaur.
It's the
No.
one with the flail at the back of his.
No,
Yeah,
I know
it's
what
the one
it is.
with
Fuck that thing in art. My character has no idea what the fuck that is.
Well, no, it's good. He didn't say that specifically. He was describing an animal, and you in nature, you're like, that's a fucking ankylosaurus he's describing. Since you fucking kind of rolled a 1, you fucking think he's describing like a fucking Tarasque. a fucking Tarrasque.
What the fuck?
You're like, fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit.
You think he's describing a Tarrasque with an assault rifle.
He described a very small Tarrasque. Is that a baby Tarrasque? I shall ask very bluntly.
U.S.
Just looks at the others.
He looks at you and he's like, there are, we don't exactly live in the type of climate for a giraffe to do too well.
I said Tarrasque, not a giraffe.
Oh, a Tarrasque. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, it doesn't sound pleasant.
It's not.
I don't know, my best guess was an armadillo, and I doubt that's it.
I think we should calm down because I'm fairly sure this is an ankylosaurus. Now, that is still
bad.
an armor-plated lizard with a mace at the back of its tail.
Can I have its tail?
I don't think
Rob-
that's how it works.
If we kill it, we can
Yes.
take it. If we kill it, we own the corpse. Also, I'm currently listening to Sabaton, so
Good.
it may be linked with a healthy abridged. So don't ask questions.
Great. Now I'm just imagining you listening to White Death, and then it's just you staring at that fucking photograph of Sarah's with a dick in between her tits.
God damn it, Gunnar, stop jerking off to...
Never, police girl.
Police girl. Hey, police girl.
What?
Knife.
Ugh.
God damn it. Alright then.
Okay, I don't think we have any more questions. As I look at the 2 others. Well, I guess we're gonna leave.
You know, like he leads you out of the room. He's just like, safe travel.
Ah, thank you.
Thank you.
Nods.
Alright, so you guys have well, not an exact location, but an area.
Better than nothing.
Well then
You were told to watch out for fiendish ankylosauruses.
That's a lie. It's a small giraffe.
Well, don't suppose either of you know anything about tracking.
I'm gonna giggle if you guys like.
Nothing specific, but I'm fairly observant.
I grew up in the forest, so I could probably track something down.
Yeah, good. Well,
alrighty then. So, what would be the... It's either perception or nature people use for tracking 4E.
In 4E, it's perception.
yeah, you can use nature in certain situations, but...
Okay, so it looks like Anna can really... better than most. Okay. So you get the three of you get the traveling move to the area. Like you're looking kind of like you recall from the map he showed you, like the area you would need to go, which was essentially due east of the city. And let me do my little GM roll.
Ooh.
Okay. So yeah, you begin to kind of make your throughout the like plains and whatnot, and you come across a site just at the base of the clearing of the woods. As you kind of look over, you see what appears to be off in the distance a big kind of statue. As you kind of like progress towards it and it comes into better view, it appears to be a very strange looking, almost elven like statue. And there appears to be a drop next to it.
Interesting.
Can you see that statue over there?
Yeah, I can see it.
It's almost elven.
Don't suppose you know anything about it. You said you're like a cleric, and maybe you have read about this.
Is that a worship thing? That I would know?
Yeah, it could be definitely religion. Or you can use arcane. Or
I already gave you a religion check.
Alright. As you kind of examine the little statue and whatnot, you are able to determine that is indeed a statue of the Feywild, although it's what's Feywild like what sect of like either elven lord or lady you cannot tell, but that's definitely a Feywild statue. And as you know, just being around it, there's like this very odd like feeling. It's kind of washing you, like almost as something's trying to get to you as you're like near this statue.
I do not like this one bit.
We should be on our card. Hold on.
There's a large kind of like drop off, though, like near the clearing. Like as you're like in and around the forest, you notice that like that statue. It's like you realize it's kind of it's perched. It's like perched on top of what appears to be a very large like. It looked like there was kind of like a hill with a lot of rocks. Like it looks like there was like kind of the beginnings of a formation of kind of like a not a valley, a ravine. And as you look down, there's like almost like a fucking Stonehenge that someone set up with more like statues, and you see three figures down there, and they kind of like they're like sitting at the statue.
Look, guys, over there. You see those three figures?
Looks in the direction. Yeah.
Those might be the cultists that the cards talked about. Should we try and go any closer?
Looks at the two people in heavy armor.
We
You're not that stealthy.
Sure, I guess I would be the only one capable of doing
I'll
that.
I'll give you guys like the map visual here. I just gotta. I have a lot of maps, so I gotta drag this shit there.
You need more maps.
So you see these three figures just kind of like they're like almost kneeling and praying at like this statue, and there's like this kind of weird purplish energy. It's kind of like it's just from looking at it, Anna. You can tell that like that is like some sort of arcane energy that is it's materialized. Like you don't even need like to cast like the spell detect magic, which would give it kind of like that hue. Like this is magic that's so potent it is actually just materialized into the plane just by being.
Well, I don't know too much about magic, but that purple energy looks odd.
I concur. It does in fact look odd.
Should we try and stop this? Whatever it is. It might be just some hocus pocus, but I'm not gonna be trusting that.
Should we move in there, or should we try to take them from here
As
they
the
pull
purple
out the light
energy
crossbow?
just kind of continues to circle around,
I swear.
it kind of like flares up, like almost like a fucking gout of flame. It flares up, and it kind of like starts the almost aura around what appears to be a fucking lamia.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
I mean, Lamias are evil, right?
Yeah, chaotic evil.
Open
How
fire.
far are we away from them?
You would be okay. I would say like like as far as map goes, like you guys would be kind of up here. I mean, you'd be actually up here, like on that rock, but like for like the purposes that you're right there.
No.
Hey,
But you see them just summon that.
we're on this cliff. Can we like
Okay, so
crumble this cliff upon them and bury them in rocks?
I mean, we could do that, or I could cast a spell.
Oh, that sounds a lot more fun. Yeah, then mine is not in danger of fearing. You cast that spell and I guess I'll throw this bomb here.
I cast Dawn. Centered over here.
Look at you and your magic.
Look at your magic. Well, now you get to look at my poem since I think it managed to. I'm gonna use one of my powder poems. I have 5 poems. And it's a 15.
You threw a fireball?
Yeah, a fire poem. I believe that's 15. Let's see, 15. No, that's 20. That's 15. Oh god, did Roll20 crash?
No.
Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, this should be the area of Dawn.
30-foot radius?
Yeah.
I believe. Let's see.
Let's see. 50.
Just zoom closer so I can properly see the lines of the squares. Yes.
Yep. Yep, you got all of them.
Okay. I will center my bomb also in the middle of them. And click.
Normally I would want to approach them, but if they're summoning evil creatures...
Yeah, no. This is not gonna happen.
Okay then.
My character might not know that's an evil creature, but it's a goddamn lizard thing.
It's not a lizard thing.
It's a lion
It's,
thing.
Lion
it's
thing.
a pussy thing.
I'm not gonna trust a lion. It's a pussy thing. Damn it.
I mean, am I wrong?
Not technically.
Okay. So, first things first, let me pull up the initiative. Let me add all.
So let's see if
And yes, we are doing the surprise round. And I mean, I'm not gonna make you guys roll the stealth and what, because you kind of came from a location where each and every single one of them would not have been looking, would not have even had focus to think that. So, you guys give me your initiative check, like, you know, after the surprise stuff is done.
Okay. And I'm just gonna fire my crossbow
Ah,
at
you managed to
the-
grab yourself a crossbow, eh? Nice.
yes, at the Lamia.
Delania?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. So, talking 119
But yeah, that's a good.
and 1, 4.
So, by the way, Christoph, the DC for the con save is 17.
Okay.
And the DC on mine is 15.
And Lamia is
4, so that's 18
No,
damage to the
never
Lamia.
mind. They must make a dex saving throw.
Uh,
Never mind. It's not against my dex save DC, so never mind.
Yes, it's against your spell save DC.
Ah, okay.
Saving throws are against a DC.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, my
So,
spell's DC in that
We'll
case
start.
is
We'll
16.
start with Dawn. We'll start with Dawn. All right. Let me just fucking set their hit points. And
Oh wait, no, it's. Is it dex or charisma? Dex.
It'll-
Okay.
yeah, when you look at your spell save thing, Marcus, like for your archetype shit, it tells you at the very start.
Yeah, I had to double check because the other one was charisma.
Oh, so we're looking at a con save. So that and what's the save for the? Okay.
Let me remove one bomb out of
So-
my. List. So instead of 5
Okay.
bombs, I only have 4 left.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Did I pass every single one of them?
No, you failed the last one.
Okay. So that's for the Dawn. All right, Marcus, your next one is what, Dex?
Yep, dex.
The one that didn't make it takes 29, and the ones who did take 14 damage. Radiant.
Yeah,
What was
you
the saving throw?
you
What was the saving throw?
The saving DC was 17 on the con save.
God damn.
Yeah, you might want to take the damage first before taking my damage.
So that's 129, the other's 14.
You're fucking saving throw 17.
Yes.
Now only if it was bigger, like 20.
Oh wait, are you adding proficiency?
Give me a moment to see the DC. The DC is spell save DC is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom modifier. So yes, 7.
Okay. Huh. Oh, your wisdom is 5. Because I was wondering, because fuck, DC fucked me up. Alright. So, let's see.
I like fucked one of those creatures up.
Calculator. It's okay. Okay. And okay. Now then, time for the bomb.
Yep. Deck save.
Deck save.
DC 16. It's a lot less damage, but
for the cultists, 1, 2, 3, and for the Lamia.
jeez, they have good saving throws. Well, it's your rolls, Kris, so I'm not surprised.
It's okay. Okay, so Lamia fails.
So 10 fire damage if they failed, and well, half if they succeeded.
Okay.
Poof.
And then I just shot the Lamina with a crossbow for 18 damage.
And the it's 10. Okay.
Combo.
And you shot the Lamia. What was your hit? Like,
Mine?
Like what was the hit? What was it?
Nat 20.
Oh, great. Yeah, so it hit.
Yeah.
14 damage.
I mean, sort of.
18. Piercing.
No, it rolled the extra damage right there. So it's 14.
No, I forgot I didn't know if my brute stat with this. It does.
Oh, you didn't. You gotta roll the brute stat damage, and you have to roll an extra die with.
Yes.
Because that crits as well.
I know. I rolled it below. That's the 2d6.
Okay. So total damage is what?
18.
Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake, goddammit. Just lost the calculation. There we go. Alright. So you guys just throw a fucking concentrated attack on Lamia and the cultists. And they know where the fuck you're at. They know where the fuck you're at now, and I gotta tell you something. I'm not too fucking happy about.
Well, that's their fault.
I can't imagine why.
So, Marcus, it's currently your turn.
Okay. Well, now I have short question: is there such a thing as height advantage in the 5th edition? Shooting from above.
Yeah, you shoot with advantage.
Okay. Well, I shall challenge the amazing Lamia into a duel, so you can mark him with whatever.
Okay.
So he's my duel target.
I'll mark it with the Jolly Rogers.
So I have advantage, and I will shoot it. All of 3 times, twice from my dueling, and once with the extra attack. So let's see, advantage. Pew! Pew! Pew!
Okay, let me check something.
Should have put more bullets.
Okay, well, every single one of those hit.
Okay. Damage, 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 and dual damage. D8.
Okay.
This is just a normal bullet. I did not shoot any poison bullets or magical ammunition.
Okay.
Oh, well, one of them should have been with disadvantage, so I guess the 22, 26, since that was the dual attack. Actually, never mind, since I had advantage, it would have been 22.
Yeah, it would have been cancelled, but still, again,
Okay.
Lemmy does not have high AC.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm done.
So, this guy. I'm gonna tell you something. He's not too fucking happy about your just fucking disgusting display.
Ruining that picnic.
Yeah, ruining the picnic. So, what he does is, since you shot his lovely lady, as you did,
Okay.
he's gonna try and give you the what for.
Go ahead.
Plus, and
Okay. 2d10.
basically he threw 2 daggers right at you.
Okay. The first one is a hit, and the second one is barely a miss.
Alrighty then. Well, they will do. Okay. Well, since it's a very shitty dagger, it will do 4 damage.
Okay,
Oh no!
I don't even need to use the slippery SOE. I'll take that.
Alright, Holler.
Actually, give me a con save, please.
Oh, yeah, for that guy. Let's see. 1d20 plus 14.
Takes 21 damage.
Okay.
Dawn is obscene.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. No, for fucking sake. God damn it.
What's like the spell description? The sun is just burning them out.
Yup.
That's awesome. So they're just literally sizzling like bacon there under the microscope.
Wanna know why she's called the Radiant Dawn? This shit.
This spell specifically.
This spell specifically because she burned an entire band of bandits with that in the middle of the freaking night. In the meantime, she will take out a little bell and toll it for the... Give me a wisdom save, please.
Alrighty then. Find out. Is that to the Lamia?
Yes.
Okay.
Ding 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 ding.
20. 7.
It takes 90 necrotic damage.
Okay. Well, Lamia's down.
Oh jeez.
Yep, she is Dunzo Gonzo.
She took a lot of hits.
Didn't even get a chance to use one of her fucking spells.
Good.
To be fair, what I was gonna do is I was gonna cast the spell Suggestion on Holler, and then I was gonna move his big square box on top of you guys.
No.
I don't think that changes anything, actually.
Well, I was gonna move it like further back.
I mean, they wouldn't have been in it anymore, but I don't think we would have been burned by that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was gonna.
Maybe.
I would need to do another. I would have needed to do another thing to get it to actually target them that I was gonna do. Like one of the spells I have access to was like that would work if you guys were just kind of peppering me with like shit, but you're doing a thing that like kind of negates the spell, like one of the spells that it has. So I'm like, fuck, I can't use that spell. But yeah, Lamio 1 down.
That's definitely one of those spells that's it's up to the warden if it does anything or not.
So imagine your turn's ended. So this bandit guy. This glorious guy right here. He is also just not happy with what you did. And is just going to fling his daggers of justice.
At me?
No, at Holler this time.
Okay.
Holler, did you get hit with the daggers of justice?
Yup. Both of them. I shall take my 12 damage.
And now for the other one, who's also going daggers of justice. At Connor.
I get hit.
Prepare for the 1d4s of justice.
For
Now then,
pain.
I now have to give them the con saves. Both of them. One. Okay, so 1 fails, and 14 might fail as well. I don't know. I forgot what it was 17, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll roll your damage.
Although I gotta be bad.
Okay.
Excuse me? I'm not bad.
You just boil these men's eyes out their head.
They fucking deserve it.
Okay.
If they didn't deserve it, they wouldn't be hit by it.
Okay.
You shot them with it.
Then they deserve it.
But you shot them with it.
And they deserve it.
How do you know?
Righty then.
Because I shot them with it.
Connor, it is now your turn. Those guys down there aren't looking so hot.
I'm going to shoot the guy who shot me. I'll get advantage for height, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Boom.
Alrighty then. Who'd you shoot?
The one who hit me.
Okay, so it'd be this guy right here.
And is he still up?
Yep.
And second bow. I think that one missed though.
Oh, yeah, it did. So, I now need to do a thing real quickly.
Ah, did not mean to press that.
No, you don't. You don't need to do a thing.
Okay, nope. Nothing happened.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, actually, as it turns out, Dawn is not friendly. Every creature takes the damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have dumpstered your ass then. With that.
This is silly. Let's see. Let me just really quickly see if this was a bonus action. Yep, it's a bonus action. So instead, with my bonus action, I will reload my guns since I have the the crossbow expert pretty much. I assume that I can only load 2 of the guns though at the time. So I still have 3 guns in usage, which means I can do 1 full volley. And I will shoot at this guy here, I guess.
Okay.
So here we go, a full volley. So advantage, bang, bang, and then the last one with the normal.
Okay, all hit.
Okay, damage, damage, damage. And that's 6 bullets that I have shot so far.
Yeah, so you just fire off like a flurry. Just pepper this fucking guy and he drops like a rock. Alright. At the site of the dead Lamia and a fellow cultist at arms, this man pulls out a dagger and he fucking stabs himself right in the stomach.
No.
That purple fucking like little flame lights right back the fuck up. And that Lamia gets right back the fuck up.
I refuse.
Cleric.
Yeah. So to give an explanation as to that, these guys bound themselves to that like Lamia. And when that Lamia goes, they can give up the remaining hit points to re-res her ass.
At full or with the remaining hit points?
They give all of their current hit points that they have left, that they left life with, to her.
Oh.
But we don't know that in character, so... Anna, I think we should target that portal there.
So
I don't think I can do anything against that portal right.
It
actually, I
seem
could.
to be affected by your spell and my bomb.
Yes.
Actually, I could. This is a sort of ritual, so could I roll religion to see what exactly is going on?
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so by examining the purple light as it's happening, you immediately deduce that that guy, when he stabbed himself in the stomach and the lights flared up, that his fucking soul, and therefore his life energy, lit that, like reactivated that like little purple, like, you know, it basically reactivated like the little pedestal and repowered her back up. But you notice something else because you specifically got a 20. You notice that some of that energy just traveled outwards, very specifically towards that forest. Like it was sending a message, almost.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
What's up? We're in a hurry.
So it's not your turn, Holler.
Go.
Okay,
That Lambie
so
is no longer down for the fucking count.
things I could do. I could hold person on either the cultist, the Lamia, or both. I could just kill something, probably, with Toll of the Dead. Or I could dispel magic on this ritual.
Your decision.
At this point, the ritual probably stops the moment we kill all those cultists. I'd like to... yeah, I figure hold person on the Lamia.
Alright. So you're casting Cold Person on the Lamia. Alright.
Oh no, wait, sorry. That is a concentration spell. I do not want to do that.
Take back.
Okay, so what do you do?
Sorry, I still need to get used to what spells I have. How close am I to those?
Would be funny if you could do the dispel magic on the Lamia and then all of a sudden it went back to dying. Because if you think about it, that makes kind of sense.
It's close enough for that. Why do that?
The problem.
Giving my you're giving my poor cult.
The problem of having so many damn spells.
Yes. Or at least when you're not used to them yet. I'm going to throw a fireball at them.
Ooh.
So you threw a fireball?
Yep.
Well, one of those lovely
Give me-
cultists, in fact specifically the
dex
last
save.
one fucking down.
They get to give me dex save.
I know, but let me finish. One of those lovely cultists down there, upon seeing the fiery ball begin to emerge from your hand, throws up a hand gesture. That fucking fireball just fizzles out.
Oh, that dick!
Or in other words, he's got counter spell. I saw it fireball. Boing. I prepared something. I just didn't know when. I knew that I might not be able to stop Marcus's grenades, but I could cut you on that fireball.
I look at Anna and I go, what's that supposed to happen?
No, that person can counterspell magic.
Oh,
Lamia gets back up, and
I thought you
here's
were
where
having
it gets
performance
fun.
problems.
So the Lamia gets back up, and here's where it gets.
At least it wasted the move action to get up.
Yep. It did
You
indeed.
only need 2 squares of movement for that, I think.
Oh,
Or 15 feet or something like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
10
let me-
or
let me
15.
what does it do? I'm scared.
It's probably going to try to dominate me. The good
You know,
thing is,
I'll-
I'm not going to move the zone
You-
until
you
my turn.
see-
I will be a
The call is cutting out. Hello? Hello?
Hello? Okay, perfect. So, that fucking happened. Alright. Now
I can
then,
hear you.
I will be a kind man, and I will roll a 1d3. I want you all to pick a number.
2.
2.
3.
Alright.
Fine, I'll be number 1.
Oh no.
Alrighty then. Give me a wisdom save, DC 13, boy. Boy, you don't save.
What happened?
What's
Alright,
funny?
the command issued to you is stab her. It's a little ambiguous considering there are 2 hers up there.
There's 3 hers!
Stab one of them. Do it.
Okay,
Do it, motherfucker. Stab one of them.
someone pick. Okay, Marcus, pick a number, 1 or 2.
1.
Marcus, you're getting stabbed.
Okay.
Does it happen on the Lamia's turn or on his?
Let me check the suggestion real quickly.
I believe it's my turn.
Because if it's on his turn, I don't think that counts movement. Because he's 2 squares away
Specify
from me.
conditions that will trigger activity. For example, you might suggest that I give her war horse to the first beggar she meets with the condition.
Unless you wanna say, like, shoot her with the crossbow. That would make more sense.
No, stab you. I throw my sword at your liver.
The suggestion, of course, can continue for an entire duration. Well, it's a concentration spell up to 8 hours.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
so you would use your actions to obey that. So on your.
Okay.
So Chris, give me that con save.
Yep. Alrighty then. 1d20 plus 2.
Maybe we'll get lucky, eh?
She only takes 12.
Good on her. Oh, shit, not minus.
I mean, she has to do, don't I have to do the same when you're doing concentration spells? If I remember correctly?
Yes.
Yeah, she
It's
does
not that
make
you're
a
hit.
yeah, because she got hit. So, I forget what the concentration save DC was.
It's, I think, a con save with DC 10.
Okay.
Or, no, actually, it's either DC 10 or half damage, whichever is higher, I think.
Alright, well, then they have half the damage.
Would be 6, so DC 10.
Yes, DC 10. Well, she made it. Alright. Which cultist is that? Oh, it's the one that's alive. And his immediate follow-up is to heal her as well by stabbing himself ruthlessly in the stomach.
But that hurts.
He knows it hurts, but he's got to do it for his queen.
Me?
Sure.
Yes.
All women are queens. And then another cultist runs into the room and he's like, if she breathes, she's a thought. And
Just
fires a bazooka at you.
really quickly, this is from some wiki here of D&D, so take that with a grain of salt, but I think it's correct.
Okay. So that's basically all of those guys done. Connor, sick 'em!
Hi there, Marcus.
And then Holler makes an attack opportunity. The fucking clothesline, Connor.
Marcus, this only will hurt a little bit, maybe.
Well, maybe you'll box.
Gotta use all those damage buffs, boy. Sick 'em.
Oh God!
Eat it. Fucking eat it.
Jeez.
Alright, so you take, let's see, 14 plus 7. 15 plus 7, so we're talking 22 damage.
Fuck, I might as well use my little slippery eel thing.
Okay. So, that is 22 damage. Marcus, you need an acrobatics check of roughly...
I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah, you need a really, really fucking high acrobatics check.
Yeah, I might as well give up right now. I've never rolled that good. So,
No talking and roll.
22 damage. Fuck. God damn it, Connor.
I'm sorry that I hit you with a +2 sword with Brute and Duelist. I DPS.
And I'm like, injected. What the f...
Did you add the damage from Duelist?
From what?
Did you add the damage from Duelist?
Yes. That's why I do
Damage type says 1d8 plus 4. You have a
Plus
strength
4.
of... Yeah, you have a strength of...
I have a strength of 4. The +4 is 1 for
You didn't add the you didn't add the damage on the longsword attack roll.
Oh, I didn't. No.
No, you didn't. It's supposed to do more damage.
So I'll add 4 to that.
Plus what?
+4.
Plus 4?
Add an extra 4 to that damage, so we're talking 26 damage poor old Marcus took from his allies.
Damn it. 24 damage. 26? Or 24?
26 damage.
Marcus,
Ow!
I love you.
Thank God that they warned us that the Lamias can't do that, otherwise I would get some revenge.
Oh God!
Alrighty then.
Well, fine.
Since it's now a new round, I gotta make that super special roll.
Do I have to make another wisdom save or no?
That guy is still up. It's a concentration check. You did stab her, so the action is completed. So you act normal now.
Like I was like snapped out. Like, why is my sword in your gut?
I don't know.
Just, you know, I'm going to leave that in just so you don't bleed out. You have a long sword just inside of you.
Well, let's see if we can finish that creature off.
Well, here's the thing. That purple fucking aura, like on that altar, lights up again.
I don't like it.
Another message, or?
No, unfortunately, I got my special number. The other Lamia appears.
No, your
Right
numbers
now
are bad.
or later?
Yeah, no, right now. So the second one steps through,
And I just kinda nod.
looks around, sees the dead cultist, looks over, sees her fucking injured goddamn sister, and is just like, "Aw, shit."
Well, time to use one of my other poems, a scatter poem. Might as well, since I'm starting to run out of weapons. Well, so first, as a bonus action, I reload. And with my main action...
Don't worry, guys, this Lamia is slow as shit.
So, bonus action reload, and with the standard action, I'll throw a scatter bomb. Towards the freaking portal. It should hit those two, so let's see if we can actually bring down that portal. We have done some damage to it. Let's see, so scatter bomb.
Marcus, at least you're not dead.
Yeah, I have thankfully enough HP to withstand a couple of hits.
See, you can handle a few hits for me. Isn't that good?
No.
Alright, so yeah, that would hit. That would hit. So what does it do?
So they gotta make a dex saving throw versus my ability to save, which was 16. And if they fail, they take 18, and if they succeed, they take half.
Okay, so dex saving throw. So on the 20 plus 1, and let's do. So both gonna take 18.
Oh, nice.
Lamias have like a singular fucking.
And the portal takes 18 damage too.
Well, the Lamia who cast suggestion is once again Dunzo Gonzo.
Oh, thank God. My bombs are actually doing something.
I've done more damage to my friends than I have to the enemy. I'm sorry.
You fucking chopped your poor fucking ally.
Let's turn this into a non-fight. I'm going to cast Hold Person on the...
Alrighty then. It's Wisdom saving throw, okay. One D. 11.
That is a failure.
Yep.
My Dawn unfortunately ends, because those both are concentration spells.
Now, what does it say about paralyzed?
I believe they're
A
helpless.
paralyzed creature is incapacitated and can't move or speak. The creature automatically fails strength and dex saving throws, attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and any attack that hits the creature is a critical if the attacker is within 5 feet of them. Now, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
What's spiritual weapon?
Okay.
A golden
When you cast
ankh
this-
appears in the air above that, or besides that Lamia. and just
Can you do
smacks.
that on a concentration?
Yes, that one is not a concentration spell.
Well, no, because I'm asking is because if you're trying to cast a concentration spell, you might not be able to cast anything, and just like focusing on that concentration.
I mean, we
spell,
can
so that's what I'm
say
trying to
that
figure
he
out.
did it in the different order that he first casted that, and then the second one.
No. I don't know of any rule that prevents me from casting other spells with the concentration.
Let me check concentration real quickly. Let me just make
While
sure.
you check that, I need to go pee.
Concentration.
If nothing else happens, I either go stab the Lamia or shoot somebody hurts the Lamia.
Let's see. Spell casting. Spell slots. Casting a spell at higher level. Casting. Rituals. Casting a spell.
I know
casting-
that it was at one point that he's gotta roll like a concentration test to see if he.
Some spells require you to maintain concentration in order to keep the magic active. If you lose concentration, the spell ends. If a spell must be maintained with concentration, the first appears in the duration entry. Okay. Casting another spell that requires concentration, you lose concentration on the spell if you cast another spell with concentration, taking
Yeah,
damage.
that's the reason
Okay,
Dawn Drop.
yeah, so you can do that. So let's see here. Well, it would crit, so roll me a 2d8 plus 5.
Well, first I need to actually hit with an attack. It's a melee spell attack. Is there something in the sheet for that, or do I have to put that in?
It's like the same as a regular attack spell.
Yeah, it should be the spell to hit.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't actually have any regular attack spells.
So I guess you could just roll the 1d20 plus whatever here.
It's 1d20 plus proficiency bonus plus spell attack, or like plus like modifier. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that hits.
The modifier is +9, I know that.
So it hits.
So that's 2d8 plus 4.
Plus 5.
Yeah.
Roll the damage. Okay, so 15. Alright.
Starting to be a little tired, but
That lamb is dead. Clover Black Wolf.
stretch,
Woof, woof, woof.
stretch. Woof, woof.
Did he fuck off, or?
Yeah, he said that
He went to the toilet.
Yeah, toilet. So he
Okay.
just said that shoot it with the crossbow. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. So let me grab his character sheet real quickly. Clever Blackwood, light crossbow. Let me set this thing to advantage. It has to be rolled. Here, that's the brute damage. So it's an auto crit. So,
Only if the target is within 5 feet of. If the attacker is within 5 feet of the target.
Okay.
So, melee attacks.
Okay. So
That's a shame.
looking at plus 15. Alright, it is now its turn. Can it make a wisdom check to break out of it, or is it just
At the end of its turn, yes.
Okay, well, it is going to end its turn since it is paralyzed, and it will now make a wisdom save. D. Alright.
Back. Is the Lamia dead yet?
Not
No.
yet.
Maybe it
Aww.
just freed itself.
I refuse.
Has it freed itself?
Yes.
Alrighty then.
I shoot it.
Jade, Four Fingers, Wiggle Dick.
Well,
Pickle wiggle.
quite enough, but since I had my weapons reloaded, I challenged the Lamia into a duel. And I shoot it with my 2 guns. Advantage.
How high up are we from it?
It wouldn't be able to reach you in melee.
No, I mean, how much fall damage will I take if I were to jump off this cliff?
That's what I was
Too much.
thinking to you, but
More than I will heal.
Okay, so it has a third. We'll see. So it's
I believe
the
both of them hit.
direction. Basically, if you jumped off, it'd be the equivalent of you diving off a fucking because of the height of where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
if you, because you can see that there's there's a rock wall right there. If you were to, and you got to remember you're not on this platform.
Alright, we're up a bit. Never mind.
You're actually on the tippity top. If you were to jump off, there would be no acrobatics check to reduce the damage. I'm going to legitimately say that when you land, your fucking kneecaps suddenly find themselves in your ribcage.
Like, I was about to say that I tie a rope to the tree and I jump down and... I would literally treat it as you have less health than fucking Super Mario without his magic fucking mushrooms. My turn with that damage. Decent damage there.
Alright.
Should injure it quite a bit.
How badly does it look like it's hurt?
It looks like it's nearing death.
In that case, please give me a wisdom save.
Bing, 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 bing.
Take 17 necrotic damage.
Ding, ding,
It
ding,
dies.
ding. Shame. Ding, 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 ding. Shame.
Yeah, so it dies.
Alright.
Congratulations. You defeated the Lamia and its pack of mighty cultists.
So about that portal, can you like...
At the sight of the last Lamia falling, the portal has one last big flare of purple magical energy and then dissipates. That cold air feeling that you've been feeling finally goes away.
Still not gonna trust it as I lie down towards the tree with my wounded... with the gut wound. We're like, God damn it, you hit hard.
Sorry about that.
I threw daggers at you guys.
I look at the sword. I look at the cleric. You think it can help fix this? Before I pull my sword out?
He left it in.
Because if I pull it out, she'll be bleeding. If you care for someone, you stab them and leave the knife in. If you don't, you pull it out.
If you hate him, you rip it.
I can sufficiently staunch the bleeding while you pull it out,
Okay.
to then properly heal.
Glad to know that
Okay, and then just yank it out. You'll be fine.
The bleeding is staunched.
Well, glad to know that these things work. Weren't quite sure.
So, any idea what the hell that purple thing that shot off the portal was?
That was a message to somewhere. I figure it's what called the second Lamia here. After we're done resting a bit and taking the heads of those Lamias, we should probably look around the area if we can find any more gold.
Okay.
There might be a second group around.
Should we make our way down there, or should we camp up here?
Let's take care of our wounds first. The corpses aren't going anywhere.
Okay. So I guess we take a short rest.
Sure.
Spending that hit dice.
Okay, it does. Click.
Remember, you get your con modifier, my boy.
Well, it's included in the roll, but
No, I mean for Holler, because he just rolled the d8.
Con mod is 0.
Oh.
Except, I think that's supposed to be an D8 instead of the D6.
Yeah, I have a D10.
Let me look at
Yeah,
your
he
heal.
died D8.
Oh, okay, well, just change it to that.
So, let's see, how do I modify the hit die on this little table here?
Oh, you can't do it on the sheet without changing classes.
Wait,
Well,
what?
So just roll it manually, my dude.
Shame, I wasted the goddamn crit there. I'm gonna roll a 1 now. Oh, thank God.
Did we all max out our healing?
Apparently so.
Yeah, basically.
So 11 wounds back. That's still not my max. How many hit dice can you spend in this?
You have 10 per day.
10?
10 per day since you guys are level 10.
Let us use the second one.
You can spend as many as you want on a short rest. You get them. You heal to full on a long rest, and you get them all back, more or less.
Okay, that's more than fine. Out of the 83, 75.
See, so this is where Marcus rolls well. Healing.
I'll roll a few more hit dice to see if roll 20 is broke.
No.
Okay, so we don't auto max out that.
We're
Damn
just
it.
fucking lucky as hell.
You're just lucky.
You guys fought this in a very advantageous spot, because if you would have fought this in melee, it would have been pretty bad.
Oh hell yeah.
Because first things first, let me, since you now have the short rest and whatnot, you can kind of really get the examination. I can kind of detail you what the Lamia is. So first things first, it has major image. And what I was going to do at one point is I was going to make you guys believe with major image, if it would have gotten the opportunity to do so. I was going to cast major image up there, and I was going to make you guys genuinely fucking believe that standing up to you on that rock base was a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Why?
Because on the off chance that I would have frightened one of you, you probably would have jumped off the base of that cliff and instantly died, and that would have been funny.
God damn it.
It had mirror image. So if you guys would have actually, fought it in melee, you would have never hit the fucking thing, because while it has shitty AC, mirror image is basically it's just good.
What's mirror image?
It's
Mirror image.
Genjutsu.
Basically, you summon fucking clones of yourself, and imagine that there would suddenly just be 8 fucking Lamia, and you'd have a fucking 1 out of 4 chance of hitting the right one, which means it would have just continuously at advantage attacked you with fucking intoxicating touch, which basically gives you disadvantage on wisdom saves, which means I would have infinitely made you guys running around attacking your fucking allies. That was gonna be a bad fight if you fought that like mono a mono. But you guys played it smart. You fought from the ridge. And so I couldn't do any of that.
Well, looks like we can descend down from here, unless there's some other safer place. Let's look around.
Also, if you're curious as to what these the cultists were kind of based off of, basically I modified bandit captains. I removed their sabers and gave them some magical abilities. Which is why one of them brought out Counterspell and basically cut taller.
That bitch.
Alright, let's see. The road seems to go this way.
They had like, I saw on the list that like the bandit chief can make like either 3 melee attacks or 2 ranged attacks, and I thought the very idea of me just machine gunning daggers at you was funny.
I mean, no, you're not wrong. And it also occurs to me that I actually forgot to roll my 2 con saves that I should have rolled from being hit by a dagger.
What were the con saves for, out of curiosity?
Concentration.
Oh, you bitch!
Cheater!
I just sort of forgot you had to do that because I've never played with concentration.
Alright, no big deal. So yeah, you guys collect the heads and whatnot, and as you examine the little ruins, you realize that this is more or less where they set their camp up.
Alright.
Like, they have like an assortment of shit, like there's gold that they like, this is very obviously gold they showered the fucking like Lamia with. There's like packed food and whatnot.
Well,
I'm gonna search the area.
Trinkets, like there's literally like a fucking golden pot. They were gonna give it a golden pot.
That is my favorite part.
Yeah.
What do I find with a 23?
Well, thank you for someone using the correct fucking skill to look for shit with. People use investigation and it pisses me off. So, anyways, yeah, after kind of examining around, you find something very interesting. As you kind of like examining the Lamia, you find something that it had in its inventory. It didn't get a chance to kind of like whip it out, obviously, because ridge fight. It had in its possession a sword of cold iron.
Ooh, what's that do?
Iron is good against Fae.
Yeah. It makes it fight Fae good, which makes you wonder why a fucking Lamia had a cold iron sword.
I pick it up.
Why?
Look at it.
Was he murdering other Fae creatures?
Do you guys want to? Can I keep it?
Go ahead. I don't really know how to use those.
I don't generally swing around swords. Keep it.
It is one sword.
What is your preferred weapon?
I can use those, but I got these cybers here, and I'm
Sabers, not cybers. It's not. There was not a sword made by Sizer.
more accustomed to using these sabers here.
There you go, boy.
If I have to use a weapon, which happens rarely, I use my mace.
And as you saw, I used these these 4 little babies here.
Okay.
In addition to those little explosives that I threw.
Can I have some of those? Those seem like fun.
Last time that I gave one, he blew up his hand, so you sure you wanna try?
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. Also, funny story. I saw an operator last night shove a crack grenade into an orc's throat.
Listen, sometimes you just gotta point blank throw grenades at people.
Also,
It's not like the crack grenades are gonna hurt you.
I use the grenade launcher as a shotgun against an orc knob.
Listen, as a GM, you gotta fucking you'll never see players be more terrified of a situation than when one of the badass melee dual wielders gets right into the face of this lowly fucking like guard with like carapace armor, and he just pulls a crack grenade and beams you in the fucking face with it.
No, terrifying with having
from experience.
And just blows and cripples his ass.
No, terrifying is having 3 orc storm boys and slugger boys. So 6 orcs in the Chimera, and 2 of them are in the fucking operator seat, fighting the operator.
Listen, sometimes in a Warhammer Fantasy game, you just need to walk right up to the guy that Marcus described as having all these muscles and shit, and then grapple him, and then watch when he's angry because he can't use strength to break out of it, but can only use agility. So the scrawniest fuck pirate guy out-wrestles a fucking bodybuilder. Marcus can speak from experience because I beat up one of his NPCs like that, and the finishing touch was I forced a cyanide capsule down his throat. I think the highlight of his session is when he had this one assassin lady, and I like literally scaled up the building that she was like shooting us from, grabbed her, and then threw off it.
Oh god. Also, what's the damage of that cold iron sword? Or it just fucks up Faye?
Well, it's gonna do. It's a +3 weapon.
Oh.
So already moving up to the +3s. More importantly,
Holy.
does extra damage to Faye, a whole extra damage die.
So if I hit you with this, well,
Big damage.
don't let me hit you with this one.
It's also supposed to do another. Remember, it's also supposed to do extra damage with the dual link, but you still haven't added in.
I added in the dueling. That's why I'm doing it +5.
There you go, boy.
So, about this statue, you think it's gonna stay, well, whatever it was doing?
Should we topple it?
Last time that I saw lights like that, it was in the sea and a
So
storm.
you guys telling me you want to topple the statue?
I see no reason whatsoever to do that.
Well, don't suppose
Join
you...
the team.
Don't suppose you think...
You see, step out from the portal, a giant snake.
I'm gonna shoot you.
Let's boogie.
I'm gonna shoot you.
Out of the portal steps a corgi. Fine.
No, out of the forest steps are Marcus.
Out of the
No.
out of the portal, a man with vibrant green hair steps out, brandishing a longsword and a necklace of various gods he worships.
No.
Hello there, it is I, Absent.
God damn it.
I'll fight the Alpha Smash. I ain't
There's
fighting
adventure
Upset.
to go on. We should be going now. I sing very well.
Oh,
I am talking inside of your head now.
Oh no.
But to get back to the game.
Let's get back to the damn game.
Dragoni.
All right.
So Marcus, Christoph, you mentioned a lot of gold and also 2 heads of certain Lamia.
Yeah. So 6,000 per each head. Also, like I said, these guys were giving the Lamia gold. They were showering it in wealth.
Or anything to
And assorted bullshit. In assorted bullshit, there's about 1,800 gold here. Worth of items. And just money.
So,
Does Eno know how to detect magic?
800 gold.
That is a
Yeah.
wizard thing.
Damn it.
Actually, sorry. No, I do know how to detect magic. In fact, I can cast it as a ritual.
Can you do over these items, make sure we're not, if we sell them, we're not selling this village a bunch of cool
Yeah,
items?
better make sure that they're not cursed either.
I ritual cast detect magic. I'll just need a few minutes.
Ooh, someone's smart.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Sorry, I was thinking of identify.
As you give the items a examination with your detect magic, you notice that they have a very peculiar glow around them. Not the purple glow, but a green glow.
Even the sword?
The sword has an eerie blue, very cold feeling that emanates off of it.
Okay, would I...
But upon examination
know,
of that, you realize that that is because it's fucking cold iron.
would I know what kind of magic green is usually associated to, I assume, Fey magic?
As you examine the very green essence of that, basically some of the the magical swag, the magical fucking gold and whatnot, you determine that it would appear as though that fucking pot, that little kettle pot, something is trapped inside of it, and it's not Fey like what's trapped inside it. That weird kind of green energy, it speaks to you almost on a primeval level. Like it's almost Druidic.
Oh shit.
Almost what, please?
Druidic.
Alright.
So...
Some sort of nature spirit, probably.
should we...
Okay, so ladies, this gold is vaguely magical and something is trapped inside that pot.
Huh.
And I very much suggest that we do not open it and show it to Wizard instead.
Yeah, that
Sounds good.
Suppose we could safely take it on a stretcher or anything like that.
Stretcher.
Without touching it.
I'm gonna roll out bed to
Hold on,
slap
they
this
were
stuff
using
in
this
there.
as a campsite. Maybe they have a bedroll here or something.
Yeah, they have bedrolls.
Yeah, just take one of those and just kind of stuff the thing into it.
Okay, careful, we don't wanna piss off whatever is inside of it.
I know. Out of character, part of me want to touch it. I want to touch it, but I don't want us to go on a murder rampage and try to stab Marcus again.
So, really quickly, this is gonna sound
I'll get you eventually.
really odd, but don't suppose you guys know anything like skinning creatures? I would be interested in this extracting the poison out of these lammies that you were talking about.
I
Can't say I've ever tried it.
for that, right? For skinning and something like that?
It would be the trade skill leatherworking.
Then no.
Not really, no.
Well, was worth the try. You think we could carry these creatures?
Well, it'd be the trade skill leatherworking to take leather off of it.
And
It would be the
them...
trade skill poison, like a poisoner, to extract venom.
Will herbalism count or no?
No.
Would that be
Herbalism
applicable?
is-
No?
No, because that would be plants. It'd be different if this was like a giant Venus flytrap vagina.
Well, would you mind
Oh,
if
what?
we brought them with us and brought them into like a butcher or anything like that?
Do you honestly want to carry 2 large lamias all the way to town?
I very much do not.
Good idea, the voice in my head.
Don't listen to the voice in your head. It's trying to kill you.
Because I have to tell you, it is a large monstrosity. It's heavy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that should we even try and bother? Since none of us can, like, carry them.
I mean, carrying it is not the problem. It's getting it somewhere.
Also, if you tried to take it to a butcher, and with the idea to like turn it into meat and then cut meat out of it and whatnot and prep it and eat it, I guarantee you that like intoxicating touch curse that it temporarily gives you would become permanent.
Yeah, I would have brought them into the
No, that's not the plan.
because my little poisoner thing.
Yeah, it's what is that? It's not poison. It's a curse. It will curse you.
Well,
It's worded as the intoxicating touch because it's a fey creature.
well, in character, I don't know that. I just know that they have poison venom in them.
Oh, yeah, you think it's poison venom. To be fair, that's kind of how I worded it and whatnot.
Well,
I know. It's your character specifically believes that.
I think we're done in that case here.
Alright, so you guys are gonna return back to town? Give me that perception test. Do it.
Okay.
Hand it over. I'll fucking kill you.
Unless these parties have some secret gold on
Nat
them.
20!
Oh,
I see it all!
Alrighty then, so you plot a heavenly course back to the town, but as you are strolling along, you coming by this river, kind of through the forest, and you see a sight for sore eyes. And let me grab it. By the river, you see 2 large, spiked-tailed creatures fucking duking it out. And another one just kind of sitting by a tree.
Huh.
I'll look at them.
You look at them longingly.
Are those what's it
Yeah,
you called it?
those are the ankylosauruses.
No, I'm asking that in character.
I
Yes, they are.
think so.
You guys want to get some extra free meat, or
As you
let them be?
as you kind of like stare at them and look at what they're doing, you piece together that they are they are battling over a female. They are duking it out.
I would strongly suggest leaving them alone.
Well, much as it would be nice to have a cool mount, I don't think we should disturb them.
That is true.
I don't think.
By the way, apparently those things have 4 legs. Or is that? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's 4 legs. The bipedal creature.
No, I meant to say 5 legs. Like, oh, never mind. That's not a 5th leg.
Well, I think we should head into tavern and grab ourselves a meal and rest for the day. It seems that the sun is starting to peer off.
Yes, and
I mean,
well,
the sun's never setting. You got a woman here to make daylight.
And honestly, I've been in a ship's bed for 4 months before this. I just wanna go and rest in a real bed for once in a while.
you know, the guard's post is probably still manned, and I have a feeling these heads are going to smell if we don't
Right,
have
we
them
should
in.
do that first, obviously.
Yeah. Let's go. We shall leave the mini terraces behind.
Oh,
Good kitty.
right.
Clover finds a rental car and picks it up and takes it with her.
So you guys return to the city. God damn it. I have so many fucking maps I have to actually scroll and drag on different shit.
That's the one downside of Roll20.
So, yeah, you guys and gals, predominantly gals, all gals, maybe one guy
We
hiding.
have tips.
One of you is actually a tranny.
One of you is actually a trap.
Yeah, and the pertinent question that the guardsman at the entrance asked you is, are traps... Number one question on the board.
Well, if you
That's
wanna
not very
get
good,
really
yes.
technical about it, all of us are traps. We're all plain females.
I am
That
playing
is
shit.
true.
I'll have
Yes,
you
you
know
are.
I'll have you know as the I am everything and nothing.
Exactly.
I have no stats, which means I'm the deadliest thing on the table.
I hit
That's
you.
true.
Which is why I threw bandit captain enemies for stat lines, but gave them spells in place of their them having really no melee weapon other than a dagger.
Well, yeah, we are gonna head into the captain's office.
Yeah, so you head back to the to like the big like little fort, and at the side to the Lamia heads they let you through, and you take them to the captain. He looks at them and he's like, "So they do exist."
Yeah.
We believe the cultists were summoning them.
Yeah, there was this big statue and a blue light and a portal, I believe, and they were coming through it.
That was purple, but yes.
Well, I imagine they exist no more, do they?
Thing in the forest.
Well, nothing more we can do. Lamia's gone. The cultists are dealt with. This area will be relatively safe from that threat. But you don't want to hear me talk about that. You want your reward, don't you?
Yeah,
Please
that
and thank
would be
you.
nice.
That would be most kind.
He motions over for like a guard to like walk over, and he's like, "These two have just completed the bounty for the Lamias. See that they are rewarded." And like a guard like moves into one of the rooms and comes out with like these this like real fucking big sack of gold for the two heads.
Well, that's
And he like
there's
hands it to the group of you.
like a bank here in town that I could storage this in.
There is. It's over by the sanctum.
Ah, thank you.
Let's go open up a bank account.
The thing is, I can't carry any of that.
Maybe.
So you guys go off to basically storage your 12,000 bajillion gold.
So,
Yeah.
Both
like,
each, yes.
for a moment,
Don't worry, I'm not gonna do like a whole fucking bank scene. You guys walk in like you're like trying to open up and like, would you like to make a deposit?
So 12,000.
12k
Each
is
of us gets 4,000 gold.
Unless any of you need anything special, I feel like handing some of this out.
I have no idea what you're asking.
I think you're saying
Do you need
you want to
any
give
of
some.
this money? And
Let me see. No, since I'm basically wearing full plate right now.
I don't need to buy anything specific right now, if that is what you're asking.
Okay, well, I guess I gotta do a good deed. Kris, is there like a orphan house or like
Yeah.
a church or anything like that that I could donate some money into?
There is an
Ah,
orphan
that is-
house,
yeah.
obviously, and as for a church, well, there's the fucking Sanctum of Bishops. And it looks like this. Move out of my
If
fucking
I see
way.
that, if I see the most fabulous black priest ever, I'm gonna be happy.
This is the Sanctum of the Bishops. It's
I'm
fucking
gonna say
huge.
they don't need money.
I go into the local.
It is literally devoted to a large number of, well, the local kind of like seafaring gods and whatnot. That because this is a sword city. Patrons of fucking battle and whatnot, and then it's headed up by a number of bishops of each individual god, with the head bishop being of like this one faith.
So I'll donate.
He runs a restaurant chain. It's called PFC.
PF Chang.
No, PFC or Paylor Fried Chicken. You see him stand out. He looks at you and he's like, "Well, looky here."
No.
Hey, right there. Proof of this message.
He's like, "Remember, young ones, for the light of the Paylor is bright, and his chicken, oh so divine."
You're not allowed to talk about chicken. You're too white.
Let's see. So that leaves me.
Bitch, I live next to Louisiana. Don't you tell me about chicken.
I will come over there and slap you. And then we can have chicken.
Tu has Pugna, Pugna non perfecta
Oh
est.
wait, no, it was 4,000 each. So yeah,
Yes.
250.
Oh god.
Not even sure what. Well, saving for that grand ship.
Okay.
I wonder if there's actually like ship prices anywhere.
There is. Should be in the book.
Let's see. Chariot, galley, longship, warship. I want myself a galley, I guess. It's the best one, the most expensive.
That is something. Should we get a boat because we're in a naval port, or should we get horses or no? Should we?
Well, I don't have myself a horse since I just came from the sea. But
And
boat is more my expertise.
What kind of boat did you buy? A longboat?
We had a few boats in our troop.
I never really been on a boat before. Well, I have, but never
It's
long terms.
It's quite a scene to see a warship unload all its weaponry.
I've never been in a large-scale naval battle. Tell me about that.
Well, never have I, but I've seen a few ships battle it out. It's quite threatening. Everybody flying over, dying to this sea cannons, and seeing all of your friends die.
I understand your pain.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, the sea doesn't have any of these lamias, but they have these massive creatures who have tentacles larger than this building here.
Well, we've all seen enough hentai.
Slick?
Senpai.
No! Don't get started, because Marcus will start.
Hold on, let me bring out my
He'll
Glee voice.
he'll dampen with glee.
Senpai.
About to shoot you.
Motherfucker, I will mute you, and I will not unmute you.
I'll explain what's occurring in all the Star Wars games to him personally.
In detail.
And then
Will that
what
fucking
Mark-
halberd translate for me?
And then I'll immediately follow up with, and by the way, Marcus is a cuck.
I mean, yes.
But yes.
But I get you guys are wondering about XP.
Yeah, I assume that we're
True.
done here for today.
Yeah. So So that counter, which I called it the Lamian counter, was 4,000 XP, which divided up to 3 comes out to 1,333 XP.
Can you type that out? So we'll have like a. I guess you can put it in the experience.
I
tracker.
made an experience tracker.
Yeah, you just delete the whatever XP that was.